Stop sharing.
Are you able to share it?
Yeah, I'm coming now. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
I'm gonna blow this up and I'll come back to price action in a minute. This is the money market template that I use. Let's just look at price action. So part of my tutelage and training that I'm getting, right, is every pair template basically prints this format, right? And we're normally going to have 3 levels of a drop, and there's normally 3 cycles in a level before you get a major pullback. The market makers make it difficult to see it sometimes. So, but in most cases, no matter what pairs you're looking at, you're going to see these drops. So for that reason, just because of what I got here right now, we can see the gray is my 200, right? So on the daily, we got price approaching the 200 anyway, right? So I'm expecting, and because of the template, I'm expecting a drop to come soon. So these are just extra confirmations, right? But this is where I start from on that aspect. I'm gonna go back to Renko for a minute, because I'll turn that off. So if we put the estimator model back on, so there's that sell signal we've been seeing. But I'm gonna point back to something else, how I tie price action in with it as well. So I go back and mouse and go into the daily. Squeeze this down some. And I have different settings on my price action than what I have on NAS. I mean on the Renko, but I'm using the same indicators, right? And what I want to show you here is you're going to see how this ties in. So you see how price, like in this area here, when price comes out of the envelope, so we're looking at price candles. When price comes out of the envelope, the white, I'm not necessarily, what we look for on Renko, I'm not looking for on price. I'm just looking for a sell signal from the envelope. The red signal is a signal of the estimator. When I get both outside of the envelope and I see a evening star here, right? That's telling me, so when I line that up here, so let's scroll down and see what that is up here. So we see we got a non-confirmed signal here. All right, we got a confirmed signal here, I'm sorry. We got a confirmed signal here, right? And then we get the full block that closes outside of it, right? So what you're gonna have, why I'm saying like, I wouldn't be in this trade yet, because at this point, if I look down at price, I already got the signal up top. I just had this signal popped up here, right? But I haven't got my estimator signal yet. The estimator signal, it probably didn't show up until this candle. And see, what I'm saying is once I see this on price, I know I'm good to jump in to sell now. You see how that ties up?
So the estimator signal is that red arrow right there?
Yes.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm setting the stop loss right here. And I'm confident it ain't gonna get touched. And as far as sometimes you'll see it makes these long runs on the estimator, right? You're not gonna know when you're gonna get these long runs or not, unless you're looking at something else that you're tagging. You're tagging as you know, where you're expecting price to run. So in this case, like if I'm looking for a drop here, I might have it coming back down to the bottom of this level because I know I'm in the area for a major drop because of my template. I'm just saying that if whatever you're using that you're trying to figure out, whether it's support and resistance areas, whether it's EMAs, whatever you're using from that standpoint to project where you think price is going, you'll know when you might gonna get those longer runs than not. But what I do in these aspects, when I get in these sales like this, if I jumped in the sell up here, I'm gonna set a take profit at the bottom of the envelope on the Renko. And at the bottom of the envelope on Renko, it may not be that far. In some cases, especially if you're talking about on the daily, but on the 15, if I'm playing this on lower time frame, my take profit one is going to be right here. And the reason I say that, if we see down on the bottom, well, that's not really that far. But when we talk about NAS, these pips add up real quick on any, and we're looking at a daily, right? So we talking about if you jumped in, like in this trade, once I saw both of those signals, and if it popped up even halfway of this candle, and I saw this candle was about to close inside the envelope, I'd be safe to get in right here. Now it did pull back, but it didn't come close to where your take profit would have been. So you got some EMAs here. When you're that close to the 200, I might have would have waited because that's part of what you got that bounce back. So it's just basically was a double top, and then you got a railroad here, and then it dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you're looking at this on price action and you got confirmation up here on Renko, this is like hitting a lottery ticket.
Right. Question: Your these boxes you're drawing in manually?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm drawing those based on price. So let's see something that I might not have drawn up just to show an example. Let's just go right.
Can I ask y'all a simple question? You may have already answered on this.
This is a whole nother level of teaching. No, go ahead. What's your question?
I just kind of started watching y'all, and what is the reason you guys use the Renko candles when you're trading NAS opposed to just regular candlesticks?
Well, Renko, for one, gives you, and remember, we're not just using Renko. We're using Renko along with two other indicators that's giving us a signal to show us a turn on Renko, or when we're about to get a turn, a reverse in the market with Renko. So we're using that as a combination, right? So if you just try to trade Renko on its own, not to call you out, Mike, I know you had jumped in to use some Renkos earlier. If you just try to use Renko on its own, you don't know when it's going to turn, right? Because you'll get faded bricks that will keep going in one direction, and then price will reverse on you and just head the other direction. You're not going to know what's going to turn until it turns. And sometimes it can print a turn signal and then still go back the other direction if you're not getting confirmation. That's why we're adding these other confirmations in now. So if you're using the sell signals that John has when he's looking for that higher high and that lower high, and a sell confirmation or a buy confirmation, then you know to enter the trade. Or in the case that I'm just showing here now, where I'm putting price action along with it, with the same type of signals, that's letting me know, hey, it's safe to enter this trade now.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So John, so if I'm looking at this right now and I was trying to draw up something, sometime I could go to the weekly or even the monthly if I want to get a better read, if I can't get it on daily. But if I was drawing this from scratch right away, I can see that, okay, I got one level of rise here. I got two level rise here. And then I got three level rise here. And what does price do after that? It starts consolidating, and then we get a drop. This template, I just went to UJ. I didn't have it drawn up. This template is in the market, and it's there on all time frames. They make it difficult for us to see sometimes, but everything moves in phases of threes.
Three phases, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like it's three pushes up, and then the consolidation, then the drop, and then it will be vice versa. with the sell. Three
maybe.
pushes down.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe it could drop down and reset hard here and then continue
Mhm.
up. Because
Mhm.
on a larger time frame, this might be one push,
Right.
if that makes sense. So
Mhm.
if we're looking at if we go to the weekly or even the monthly, it's right. See here, you can't see that second push in here. It just looks like one line.
Yeah, because it
And we see a
doesn't pull
pullback here.
back.
Right. So in this case, this could be 1, 2, and a 3 coming. So it doesn't every time you get the pullback on the lower time frame, you always want to check and see what the higher time frame is doing and see if you can assess that. But looking at this on the weekly, I would still count that as 3 because I'd be counting here. You want to find your lower low or your lower high, right? So here would be like the lower low. So I would look at it if I'm assessing it on the weekly, I'm saying, okay, I'm looking at all this as one push, right? This is just consolidation. That ain't a real move right there with all of this. So that's one push. I would look at it. Then I would say 2 pushes here. And then I would look at the third one there. So it all plays into, sometimes it's difficult to see. Sometimes you have to reset and draw out. It doesn't play out perfectly, but when you can catch that first push, then you can be confirmed that we're going to get 2 more pushes. Or if you see the 2 clear pushes, you know there's a third one coming. And sometimes on your higher indices, you might even get a 4th push out of it. But yeah, that's how those boxes are drawn. But you know, the charts can get noisy when we're looking at a lot of stuff. That's just for confirmation if I'm looking at it, trying to see where I'm going at. Now, something else I noticed too. Go ahead, John. You got a question?
Go back to UJ for a second. I just wanted to see what your settings were, if you don't mind. If you right click on the chart, go to settings.
Are you? What did you want to see? I'm sorry.
Well, the ADR, your
oh, where the
yeah.
Okay. I didn't this is on price, right? So
okay.
on Renko it would be different. On price, there's no
okay.
ATR on that. On Renko, see, it's showing no data because I'm still at the 112.
Right.
So if you go to a chart with nothing like that, change it to ATR, and then figure out, do like half the brick size or something, right? For traditional. So this is 1.5. So if I did 0.75 for traditional, actually is what I want to do. If I did 0.75 on traditional, that would be 0.
That's for Forex pairs.
Right.
Right. Okay. So
well, and I'm only using the 0.75 only because I just took half of the brick size of what the ATR was. Right. So the ATR, I changed it just now, but as time frame goes on, your ATR changes. It was at 1.5 when I went there. I thought it was 1.5 on that. ATR changes depending on where you're at. It was showing 1.5 when we first went there. That's why I just took half of it.
What's a good setting for Forex pairs for that? What you testing?
On the, like I said, it depends on the time frame you're looking at,
daily,
right?
And only doing dailies.
Yeah, only doing dailies, but it still changes. So UJ and any of your JPY trades, they're going to be different than what you would set your other pairs on. I can't say for sure. I know Jake trades more of the daily, so I haven't been focused on the daily. I've been focused more on the 15-minute, and I use 50. I use block sizes of 50.
Okay.
And for the ATR, I mean, for all the other pairs, I just basically use whatever the ATR is saying.
Okay.
So if we go back to ATR for a minute. If you go back to ATR, the problem with the daily is it's not going to show up on every pair, no matter what you flip through, right? Some of them, it may show up. For your higher ones, it may not show up. So when you have that, case, or like the JPYs, it's a different setting and it's not showing up, then that's when you're gonna have to go to the traditional to change it. You're not gonna have this problem on the lower time frame. And so on a lower time frame, I just keep it on ATR because I can move through any of these pairs and it's gonna be there. But on the daily, you may have to change with the settings. I don't know what the most opportune setting, like can you, even if you set it at one size, you're gonna have to change it when you go to your JPY check pairs. So if I'm trading GJ, it ain't gonna be the same setting as what I got for GU. On the day.
Question.
Yes.
So basically, it'll just pop up on the screen, and then you subtract it by half.
So is he going into all the paid?
So like on this AJ that I'm looking at now, you're saying?
On most pairs other than the AJ. Well, yeah, if you could explain AJ, that'd be great.
Yeah, so if you're looking at this right now and there's no, you know, you got your estimator or your envelope on, but it's not showing up and it's on ATR, then you will look at this value that's right behind the comma.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's saying 2. Right? So if I went to traditional, where we already got 0.075 in there, but if I just cut that in half, and I think Jay uses different settings on it. Sometimes he uses either a half or sometimes he'll cut it by 4. He'll take that initial value and cut it by 4, but just to make the math easier here right now, it's cut. It was showing 2 on the regular value. If you come in here and change the traditional to 1 to cut the brick in half, then you see it pops up. So understand what we're doing here is basically just changing. We're playing with the block size that you want to see. But for the daily, it just gets tricky depending on what pairs. You might have to cut the block size down for the estimator to show up on it. I mean, for the envelope. So, John, I want to go back to something right quick with Niles we were looking at earlier.
I think there's a way to incorporate this on a lower time frame and incorporate this ADD when the bill opens up at 9:30, specifically with a 15 or 5-minute time frame. I think that with this and with this ADD, because I was trying to figure out how I could use both. And when you was going over the lower time frames with price, I see how you can use both, and I see how with 8:30, when the 8:30 bell rang on NFP, you know, it tanked, and then it had a recovery where the 9:30, you know, bell rang, and then not spread back up. So based on what I saw, the ADD opened up in negative. So that told me.
Emails. What are you doing?
That told me that you know, it's going to rise back up. And then based on what I saw on the NAS template, now that you shared Renko, it confirmed that buy to the upside at 9:30 for the 15-minute time frame. So I think like with that and then you know, and then all the higher highs, lower lows, that's going to add even more confluence, more sauce to take a NAS sell when all those things line up, without as far as being nervous about taking the buyer to sell.
There's 2 things I'm gonna point out here right now, but just looking back at price, as we was just talking about it. Do you see what happens when we get the estimator and the envelope signal outside of the envelope? I mean, price moves. Price moves. Look at this move here. So, right, once again, I'm gonna just try to line it up where it's right over each other. So we see we got a confirmed sell up here. That's outside of the envelope. The estimator showed up as well, which is great. By this time, you already have your signals here and up top, and price really hadn't dropped yet.
Okay, so June 2nd.
But if you got in the sell up here, after you saw both of these signals popped up, or even here, you're just setting your stop loss right here.
What day is that?
June, this back on June 2nd. So this back a couple months.
June 2nd. Okay. I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
show you
that,
something.
And you know, the next couple of days, if you'd just held that to the bottom of the envelope,
June 2nd. Oh, I'm gonna show you something that's gonna blow your
That's-
mind.
that's easy money. So based on that, what do y'all think I'm looking for down here when I know Nas is going to drop?
the estimator and the arrow.
The estimator in the envelope to appear in here above,
right.
outside of the envelope. That's when I know Nas is going to drop.
That's a couple days.
For me, for me, right?
A couple days.
And I'm saying there's different ways we can look at it, but what John was showing early on his chart is just as valid.
Right. It's going down, man. That's going down. That's gonna be so powerful because when you get those two right there, because I can go back right now, June 2nd. I mean, when you finish, I'm gonna go back on June 2nd. I got Nas, and I'm gonna blow your mind. It's gonna make so much sense to you
Okay.
that you can start swing trading Nas. Because people are afraid to swing trade Nas.
Mhm.
You can't be afraid when you have all these confirmations. But this is beautiful, man. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I have a question. So once you get that confirmed sale outside of the envelope, if I'm not mistaken, does that block, I guess, no, I think this is on the Renko. Does that block have to be the same color of the direction that you're going in, that block that you're looking to be closed? Does it have to be, would it have to be a red for it to be selling, or it doesn't matter the color?
No.
Of the
So
block.
like right here, you're saying you can wait and see when these blocks show up. Sometimes they show up first as a faded block. You see how this green one is faded right here? From
Yeah.
current price?
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yeah.
not a confirmed block yet, right? So right now it's doing
Uh-huh.
a pullback. I don't expect this to be a confirmed block.
Okay.
Because we already got a close that's out. I
Mhm.
expect, like, you know, Nas has been rising, right? It rose. Now we're at the top of the envelope. We're approaching the 200 EMA. So what I expect to happen is it may rise a little bit above the 200 up in this area, or that area that John was pointing out earlier. Then I'm expecting we to start, soon as price close outside of this envelope with a good push, we're going to see that first, we're going to see that white envelope appear.
Okay.
That's not enough for me to take the sell. I need to see this red one appear.
Okay.
Once I see the white and the red, I'm confident.
Right.
And
Okay.
for me, I want to see white, red, and price close back down inside the envelope. When I get these are the three things I'm looking for. When I get these three things, that's confirmation for me. I can jump in the sell if I'm trading this, and I'm setting my stop loss right back above the most recent high.
Okay. Thank you.
And in these cases, in most cases, even if you're just looking at price, you can, if you want to set a take profit at this point, you could take it right down to here. This is an 800 EMA that's coming through. I would set it here, or like in this case, this envelope isn't printed yet, right? So when you got if you got in the sell right here, this envelope is basically almost a straight line at this point. And it probably started tilting down a little bit here. So if I saw this 800 EMA coming anyway, I probably would have just set a stop loss. I mean, a take profit here just as precautionary. Now, what you could do is once price start moving down, you can just bring your stop loss down into profit and then see how long it runs. Or you can ride it down until you see another signal for a buy. And you can trail it then. So that's how I would play that. Only other thing I wanted to point out up here, John, what I was saying, there's two things I want to, there's something else that I use is the white. So let me turn some of this off. Well, no, it's clear enough. So if we can see the white, I have a white EMA coming in right here. So my white line is a 7 EMA. My blue line is a 77. Now, I was trading some crypto back some years ago, and I got this from a guy that he basically kind of had used these two, but there's something that I see that correlates with this, right? So only EMAs I use, I don't even use the 50 anymore. A lot of people, still use the 50. I'm not saying what you do or not. These what works for me, right? I actually rename these signals as Dr. P buy sell signals. When the white crossed the blue, if you see what happened in both of these two boxes, and this is what I see often, it doesn't happen every time, but what happened when the white crossed the blue? It crossed the blue when you got push number one, right? So you got push number one, the white crossed the blue. Push 2 plus 3, the white came back up across the blue. When did the white cross the blue again? Doing push 1. So often what I've noticed is when my white crossed the blue, especially when I know I'm in a run or phases of 3, I know that's phase 1 of a 3-level push. Because I mean, you're looking at it right as I see it, right? White cross the blue, 1, 2, 3, come back up. White cross the blue, 1, 2, 3. What's it doing now? Came back up. What's gonna happen when it sells? White is gonna cross the blue. I'm gonna know that's phase 1.
Reset?
Now,
Is that a reset?
yeah. So this will be a reset. What I'm expecting is for it to complete this cycle. So I mean, these blocks are just drawn as temporary. I mean, I don't know. It might be out here. Price takes its time to come down or whenever it does move. But this is what I'm expecting, right? So
What are those EMAs using again? 777?
yeah, 777.
They're closed?
Yes.
Okay.
EMA or SMA?
EMAs, 777? Okay.
I tweaked a couple things in it. There's an estimate. I mean, there's an indicator out there that actually has. Let me get that actual name of it if you want to use that one. I mean, you can use it on any of. John, I know you use some different one. It's basically the same as this FNX,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that one is-
FXN,
right. By mentioning, yeah.
but I went in the code and actually changed a couple things for my liking in it. So I created my own based off of it.
Yeah, I use that from time to time.
Yep. So that's about all I had to share. I just wanted to bring that bit of juice to the table too, to let you know what I was doing. So once again, I'm utilizing more of the 15, but I also pay attention to what's happening on a larger time frame just to give me an idea of what I'm expecting long term to happen as I look for my smaller frame setups. Like in this drop, I know in the 15-minute, I can play this up and down.
Right,
But
'cause it's
I know to
retracements.
look strongly for myself, right?
Right.
So
That's good though.
Quick question. Do y'all ever use the 3 rise method or 3 drop method on the lower time frames at all? So I noticed when I'm trading, when I see 3, say if I'm on an hour or 4 hour, if I see 3 higher highs, it normally drops. So if I see 3 lower lows, we're normally coming back up. Do y'all kind of see it that way, or you want to use it on the daily?
I mostly use it on the daily, but it does play out the same way on the lower time frames. It's just harder to see, but like you say, that's a good way to identify it, is look for the 3 higher highs or the 3 lower lows, and you're gonna get the same thing.
I use it on the daily, not too much on the
Yeah.
on the 15, but
Yeah,
I use
I don't draw up charts on the 15 right here. I can see it here where we've seen where these signals are popping up at. But guess what?
yeah.
That's 1, that's 2, and you're gonna get a 3rd one up here before Nas get ready to drop.
Yeah. And it's probably at a fair value gap, or it's probably on the order block. So you use this method, and then you also use the smart money concepts where you get the order blocks and the fair value gaps and the imbalance. I guarantee you when you get this other, because like I said, the sell signal's coming soon, and Nas, a major drop is coming soon in Nas. We don't know when, but when that major drop comes, I guarantee you it's going to be at a fair value gap, or it's going to be at some imbalance, or it's going to be at some order block. That's kind of how the smart money works. And then when you see that, based on all of the signals here, this sell is imminent. We don't know, like I said, we don't know what's coming, but when all these things line up and that sell's coming, I'm guaranteeing you that's going to be when you, that's when you get jumping to NAS and you put those lot sizes on NAS. 0.50, 0.10, 0.20, whatever your account can handle, 0.1, whatever it is. That's, you know, that sale's coming because the price action's all lining up. And when everything lines up, you know, it's game time.
Right.
I guarantee
order
you.
block.
Oh, go ahead.
You said that was order blocks, fair value gap. What was the third one?
And balance, right? It's all gonna add up. Watch, it's all gonna add up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna add up.
And when that sell signal comes, I'm gonna post it in all these different chat groups. It might be on 9:30. It might be, I don't know when it's gonna be. It might be at the New York Bell. It might be in London. But whenever that price action happens,
what you say, John? Hey, your trigger finger ready?
Oh yeah. But that's dope, man. That's dope. See, let me just share this. That was dope, man. And I apologize for not recording it earlier because we got some serious juice. But I'm gonna want to come back and just revisit everything just to make sure, you know, because I know there's a bunch of questions going on. When your boy Jay introduced this, I was like, okay, well, you know me, I got to find a way to incorporate this ADD because this ADD is popping and it's going off the rails. So this is daily time frame. ADD don't work on the daily time frame because remember when you're doing futures and options, you're doing it on the lower time frames. You're not holding those options and futures. So I said, okay, well that's fine. This is going to be beautiful because, like you said, when this, see, I don't even need this ADD. This ADD won't work on a higher time frame. But like I said, where's the things at here? So you're waiting for this, right? So you're looking for this type of setup, like this, right? You're looking for that white arrow, which you already got already, right? And you're looking for a green block brick, and you're looking for that red outside of the area. So it's already above the 200. You got one piece of this action right here, right? This little excuse me. I was on a call with Debbie, and she said, hey, you know what? You got all these lines here, you see, on this pro waves here. So I had all these lines here. I had all the different, these are just different time frames of waves. It gets kind of tricky. It's like take all that stuff off, and then you use it as an RSI. So this is a fancy RSI right here. The fancy RSI always told me that it's overbought. So here's one Confluence is overbought. Once you get this in here, once you get this other brick, because it might be a couple days. You see, even here, even this fancy indicator tells you get the setup here, right? And then the buy signal comes the third day. So you can still get in here, like you said, but your stop loss always is going to be below the order block, below the fair value gap, below the support line or whatever, resistance, whatever that is. And it's only 20, 30 pips. Because remember, NAS, it fluctuates. So if you up here, if you put your stop loss like people selling, you're good right there. All right, if I can get it right there, right? Let's see if it prints right there. What might print right there? So up here, you're good because it never gets hit. Once you get this here, because even if you didn't have these other indicators, right? You get that. So you just have that, right? You can see clearly that, okay, this one here printed outside, this one here. And then look at this. You got a nice, you still got to use price action too, right? You got a nice little thin, this is a reversal here. And you got morning stars, all kind of stuff going on. This is a nice little exhaustion candle right here on the block. So it told you, you might not get that all the time, but even right here is reversal. Because once you have this action, you know, you can wait 1, 2, 3, and boom, get in right there. Anywhere in here you can get in. Because if you okay with, I always say, if you're okay with the red, you got to be okay with the red. If you're not okay with the red, then you shouldn't be trading. You got to be okay with the red because the red is drawdown and you're going to be in drawdown. That's just how it is. No one gets in the trade and they're in profit automatically. If they are, you need to show me that because that means your broker is suspect. Brokers have to get paid, but leverages have to be paid. So, you know, you'll be in drawdown, but with this, you'll see your profit go in quick. So you're okay with you doing a lot size. You're gonna be in $500 drawdown. That's just how it is. You know, that's how it is, right? Would you agree with that, right?
Yeah. I agree
Okay.
with that. And at one point, especially on the daily, you can almost wait until you see, especially when you got the other signals, you can wait till you see the confirmation of the opposite brick close. So wait until you see that morning star or evening star on Renko before you enter.
Right.
And that's kind of what John's saying there.
Beautiful.
Yes, you got drawdown afterwards.
Not
but
much though. Not much.
Yeah, that's where
Beautiful.
that's where, yeah, not much, but that's where we, they
Beautiful.
manipulate us, right? When we don't know
Yeah.
better. When we're
Beautiful.
retailer traders and not professionally trading,
Beautiful.
you get caught up in that.
Look at
But you
this.
can be confident when you see these
Beautiful.
signals that it's
Beautiful.
coming back down. You just got to
That's
absorb the
beautiful.
drawdown.
So let's recap this for a second and let's see if we can get this real tight, because this is all about getting it tight. This is for getting it tight for people that don't know. This is for getting it tight to show that, okay, well, how has this man been rocking Nas for 3 weeks? Because of this. This all works out because you have to break this stuff down and you got to be serious. I mean, this is surgical shit. This is surgical. That's like Kobe, surgical, Michael Jordan, surgical. You got to be, like I told my man Mike, you got to be gangster with this stuff, man. So look at
Yes,
this
sir.
here. Let's look at this for a second. Let's put down the gloves and let's really observe this. This is going to be a sell signal coming soon, right? How many people agree with that based on what you see on this Renko, based on some of these indicators, some of the price action? We don't know. It could be, like I said, it could push up, but there is some serious heat coming around here. Specifically, if you check on weekly timeframes, because you could be selling on the weekly time frame, man, and be killing it. You know what I'm saying? There's a serious, look at this right here. There's a serious FVG right here. Here's 1, 2, it's blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what this is level is 13,750, right? 13,750. That's on the weekly time frame. So on the daily time frame, it's probably going to be up here somewhere, right? So you still see that it might have more room to go, but it may push up a little bit more. But it's once this here, because it's already printed and it's non-painting. This is it's already been printed already. So once you get, I'm telling you, once you get this lower high up here, higher high, because that's the thing. Once this higher high prints, it's golden. And you can backtest this till you blue in the face. You can see anytime you had a higher high, it reversed, right? This is just a continuation. Higher high right there. Higher high right here. Higher high right here, right? And then it reverse. Whenever you get a higher high prints, higher high right there print, right? Once the higher high prints, it's game time. You can see all the setup right there. Like boom, it came down a little bit. And you have your retracement, and then boom again. So it's like, okay, well, depending, you could remember this is days. This is days. So you're not even worried about that,
John, quick question. Your sell
Yeah.
signal, when does that print?
This May,
Yes.
this one here,
Yeah.
May 5th, and you had one
Okay,
June
so
2nd.
it's
I want to
been
look at the June
Gotcha.
2nd one. You had a June
Right.
2nd one. Remember you was looking at that? I want to see how that works, how that lines up. June 2nd. It was 2022, wasn't it? Right. June 2nd, you had a June 2nd. What was it at?
Yeah.
I wanted to line, hold on, I gotta go further. My bad. June 2nd. June
Probably
2nd.
that one it's one
Right here. June 3rd. Was June 3rd or June 2nd? I don't know. I had it June 2nd.
It was June 2nd. So
Okay.
go back over.
Boom.
Yeah, so it was right there on the top
Right
of that.
there, right there. Boom. Look at this. That would have been a perfect sell because you had it on your chart. Boom, right
Yeah,
there. June
and
2nd. Look at that.
You'd have been eating from the top.
Oh, you'd have been right here, right here. You would have swung this thing. Look at this. Look at this. You'd have had how many points? Ooh, damn, you'd have had. Ooh, Lotte. Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. That's 1,500. That's 15,000 pips. 1,000 points. But look, but it doesn't matter what it is anyway. Point
Yeah,
one.
on the daily, that's probably
You've been
right.
setting. You've been straight. 0.1. How much money would it have been if you did 0.1? Anybody know? 0.01. Anybody know? If you did 0.11 on this 1,600 pip move.
0.01, that's the 50. That would have been 15,000. Or 0.1.
Not 0.10. 0.01.
0.01.
Not 0.10.
Right.
0.01.
That'd have been 15,000.
0.10 would have been 15,000, right? 0.01 would have been 1,500, right?
0.01.
Right.
I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I'm used to trading US 30, and I'm thinking I think Nas and US 30 was on the same wavelength on that. So yeah, you're probably right.
I could be wrong. I'm thinking because 0.01 Because 0.10 would be 15,000. 0.01,
Well,
right?
Well, I know on US 30, like 0.01 is
'Cause look at
like
this.
that's 10. That's a
Look at the
dollar.
days. Yeah, look at the days. Because this is swinging. You
Yeah, but
swinging
you're
1, 2,
talking about
3.
15,000 pips though, right?
Yeah, that's what that would look.
I-
Yeah,
I
you're
know
right. You're right.
point
Yeah,
one,
you're right.
0.1 on US 30 is that's $10 a pip.
0.1, right? 0.1, right? But 0.01.
0.01 is a dollar a pip.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. If we're talking about 15,000 pips, if Nas calculates the way US 30 calculate, that would be $15,000 on 0.01.
0.01. Okay, all right. 0.01.
No, you said it right, John. That'll give you that. What you said, how you explained it. Because that'll be a 10 lot size when you do the 0.01.
So yeah, so let me just make sure I'm, because I have indicators that do all this stuff on NT4, so I don't be worried about this. But it's good to know for people, because you say, well,
Oh, yeah.
damn, how does this guy know? So it's always an education. So 0.1. So I want to just educate for a minute, because it's always good to educate. Because I just wish someone would have done that for me when I was coming up. So I try to do it for people that don't know. So let's go back here. So 1,500 pips, right? On 0.01 equals how much money?
That's 1,500 on 1,500.
Right. You agree with that, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is what this is here, right? Isn't this 1,500 pips or 15,000 pips?
Well, see, I don't know on Nas, right? I know.
No, I think you take the last 2 away when it comes to the indices.
Let me
Okay,
go back. Let me go back to US 30 because I can tell you on that one for sure. Because
well, let's do a buy signal here and let's see. From here, this is sell. So if I got in here, it's a sell position, right? This is my sell position. So I take it all the way down to here. See, it's telling me what it is. So if I did my stop loss up here, right? That's 11-to-1 ratio, right? So let me go in here and see what that's a 30 risk. If I did 0.01 on this, right? 0.01, right? Oh, that's probably not what I want to.
yeah, and then
the way I understood it, and I said I could be wrong, because 15,000 pips, the pips count a little different on indices than it is on forex period, but
they are
'cause you're
like,
looking like,
and then it depends on like on your ruler. It depends on which what do you call them? Not brokers, but it depends on what chart you're looking at, right? If you're looking at Oanda, your pip calculator may be a little bit different than on your ruler than what it is on Pepperstone,
Yeah. Well, anyway, if you're able to secure this move here,
But what you have right there, I know
paid.
that's confirmed how
It's
US
true here?
30. I know
So
that's how
okay,
US 30.
so 1,500 pips. Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm
0.1 would be 15,000.
right on 0.10. I don't even be getting because I'm scalping. So remember, these are just 0.10, not 0.50. So I'm scalping with less pips, getting more money. This is longer plays. I don't even hold knobs this long, but now you can because you have confirmation. You see, you got confirmation that you could do this. Yeah, 15,000 right there. Boom. Right. So this is held over how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna share
12
something.
days. That's 12 days of holding knobs. That's ridiculous. No one does that. So I'm trying to see. So this is the so real quick, I'm gonna go back. All right, so on the traditional here, right? Oh, see here. Right click on it. Oh yeah, 7 to 9.
I don't know if y'all caught my post last week when I said I won 35 straight positions on US 30.
I caught it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was using the system.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I believe it.
You can scalp all day long.
Mm.
Some powerful stuff.
Only trade
do
I
the five.
lost. Okay.
You know, the 5.
But you know, like anything else, it takes discipline, right?
Yeah.
We got to be patient.
Yeah. So you could literally not trade NAS until you've seen the setup here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could probably go in because this is what I would do. I would not trade this. I would go over here to this here and do the same trades at 9:30, like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this setup comes, then I flip it from over
Then you
here
swing it.
and I
Yeah.
swing it right. And then, but when I'm catching all these other retracements in
Yeah,
here based
yeah,
on
you can
this.
still exactly.
Yeah.
You still can catch because doing that long ride down on the daily, there's going to be a lot of, you know,
Yeah.
opportunities to catch buys in those.
Right. Right. Yeah. So you can still. I would
You
do
just
this
know
at
that your
9:30.
sales probably going to be a little stronger than your buys. That's it.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. That works out well. That works out well.
And there's actually an app called Nash Markets where you can put that information in and it'll give you the price amount and everything. All you do is put the pips in. You can put short and long position and it'll give you the exact amount.
What's it called?
Nash Markets, NASH Markets.
This? Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good looking.
Yeah.
I see.
You have an app for it. too.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you got is it online or?
I just went to the Apple store and grabbed that
Oh,
app.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So, that's dope, man. That's dope. So, does anybody have any questions? There's a lot of stuff to gather.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, because I got to get ready to run here
Oh,
myself.
Seb's on here. Oh, this dude. Let me introduce Seb, man. Let me introduce Seb. Seb is the man that introduced me to this ADD, man. If it wasn't for Seb, I wouldn't even be preaching this ADD. This ADD is the shit. Let me just give props to my man Seb, man. My man Seb hooked me up with this joint, man. And it's
Thank
just
you,
been
bro.
butter, man. It's been butter. But now what I'm doing now, Seb, is adding some more juice to it, man. Adding more
Renko.
juice to this. Yeah. So this thing here, you can't really use the ADD on the higher time frames, I've noticed. But along with this, now you can run this system with the ADD, and you can run the indicators too. You know, you can still run, you know, the pro algo and those type of things, whatnot. But now you're getting more juice on top of juice on top of juice on top of juice. That's going to allow you to really kill Nas. So
I used to trade with Rankos before.
okay.
Yeah. The only problem with that is, you know, you could get a lot of false signals.
Mm.
You really got to know what you're doing with it.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're using it with
That's where
price action,
that's where we're using these other indicators to tighten that up.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if Seth saw that yet, John.
Yeah, Rankos are good.
I like and you have the EMAs too. So I mean, the EMAs can help you with things going on, even if it lags, it just gives you more confirmation. So again, all these things will not help you if you're not disciplined. It ain't gonna be a magic thing where, oh, I use these indicators with J and P and blah blah. And no, you have to still use price action. You still got to use order blocks. Still got to use fair value gaps. Still got to use imbalance. All those things are just nice remnants to help you become, you know. So when you press that buy or sell signal, you have confidence that's going to go in your way.
Correct.
That's all this is, right? That's all it is. So it's just flavor, you know.
Yeah, Rankos are good though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a good indicator, you know, because it basically eliminates time, and Rankos work by ticks. How many ticks you want it, and it built a block after that. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Hey, John, I just sent you a link in the chat. Pull that up. This is while we're educating, and anybody in the call, you can use this too to figure out values. Okay. So you can choose the instrument, set cookies there. You can choose the instrument, go down to choose NAS, scroll down to the bottom. The indices right below it.
Oh, nice. There we go.
So NAS 100. Yeah. One more.
That's on one more.
And-
That's an NQ.
NQ 100.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Yep.
So if you change your currency, the amount currency, change that to USD. Or you could have just left it at one standard lot because it'll leave it at one standard
Oh.
lot. It's just gonna break all that down. Choose USD on the currency amount and then
Okay.
hit calculate
Okay.
and then scroll down. And you can see the results right here. So see a tick of 0.01 is $1 US. See that?
Okay.
Pit value.
Pip value. Okay, here. So let's say you have 1,500 pips. Can we calculate that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, opening price.
Oh,
You need this, right?
yeah, I guess you would have to put the.
So let's just do, if you just do let's just do 13,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
To 14, right? To 1,4,500 like that, right? That's 1,500 pips, right?
Yeah.
Am I looking at
Yeah.
that right? And lot size would be what, 0.10?
Right.
Yeah, I want to just put sell.
Now that's saying profit
$150.
$150.
I think it's showing up different because you know when you do NAS and stuff like that, they go by points. When you're doing currency pairs, they go by ticks. Like 100 ticks would be 10 pips. So you know
You
it's
do
different when they
0.50.
count them like that.
Yeah, but I still think they're basing it off of a standard lot, right?
So you're talking about lots like this. So if I did 1.5,
Yeah.
that's,
So one lot. So if you.
so you think about one lot is that they're saying one lot is like 0.01. So if you did 10, I'm trying to see what $10,000 looks like.
No,
See?
I think the parent.
See
Yeah.
that's 10 lots right there. So their
Right.
lots, it's different. So, because if I did 10 lots on Hugo's way, it'd be $100,000. It would be like 10 or 15,000, but not.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
It is. So for one, you're doing one lot on this, you're coming with $1,500 on the 1,500 pip move, right? Is that what we're looking at? Pip value is 1. So you do 5 lot size on this, and you're talking about $7,500 on a 1,500 pip move. I guess it all depends on your broker and how everything's set up.
Right.
Yeah, but you see that you can make the moves with this, specifically with this. Because once, let's see, I want to have a zoom when this setup is here. Can we do that? I want to have a zoom whenever time it is. I don't care. I mean, it might be 5 in the morning. Y'all might be sleeping, but I'll be up. I want to see this action right now. Once I see this high print, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna check it. We check it tomorrow. Market open up. This high print. Because how much more we need? Let's just say we don't have this for a second. Right? We got this here, right? We need a higher. Well, not even that. Let me take the off. What do you need? It's need to close outside, right? It's getting outside. It's getting ready to turn. So once you get this turn and you get this brick and this red arrow on top of the brick, it's game time. Then you get another red one here. You're looking for sales. And then when this high print is game time. I already know it's game time. So you saying 3, I like the 3 phase though, right?
But
That was dope. So let's check that up for a second.
you're on a hard time frame. And you're
That's dope. Let's see. Let me take some of the emails over quick. Let's see, take the side off. So you're talking about
John,
a 3.
I gotta get ready to jump here soon.
Okay.
My friend.
Okay. No, this is cool.
I got about 5 more minutes here. I gotta run.
Okay. So I'm looking at. Oh wait a minute. You're looking at boxes. Hold on. Let me take this off. Talking about boxes. Extend right like this, right? All right. So you're talking about boxes, right? So the first phase would be like this, right? That's phase 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right there. Boom, right? So phase 2 would be this retracement here, right? Like this. Now,
Yeah,
are you including this little red candle here?
Yeah, you include all that probably to that next one. because you want to get a higher high, right?
Okay, so if I were to do this,
And it's gonna look better with regular price action. It's cleaner with Renko, right? So you would stop where you got that pullback at.
right here.
Yeah, we're looking at Renko, then you would stop there, right? With regular price action, it might be higher.
So compound needs it like this to get like this.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's so.
And then we would be in that third push now.
Okay. And I don't have a retracement yet, candle. So I'm still waiting for a retracement candle.
Right.
Right.
But we're confident that's about to show up.
Right. Exactly. Get this indicator here. Okay. So let's just see. I just want to get this right. So this is one, right? One.
Mhm.
Right. I'll make that bigger. Yeah, bigger, like 32 with that.
I think I had 40 on mine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I went to 2 here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is dope. This is dope, man. This is the sauce, man. They bring you the sauce, man. The pizza sauce, dog. 3. Okay, here we go. Right here. That's dope, right? 3 right there. Boom. So now we got the 3 phases right there. So we should be expecting a reverse.
Reversal. Yeah.
Nice. So just, I don't mind doing it on the Renko because you got the red candle. So I'm looking for a red candle. Nice. Okay. Nice. That's nice. Okay. Let me save this.
So you can see it here on that push down, right? But where you got those double bottoms for those small W's,
right?
That's where you would stop at each time. You see 3 long pushes.
Look at this.
Right.
Look at this.
Every time
yeah.
Every time you got a higher high or a lower high, I guess on your way down.
Look at this. Would you agree with this? I'll say possible double top forming.
Right.
And my man, this is my man Mike told me about this. You get a double top on the 4 hour. It's a double top on 15. Remember Mike, 415?
Yeah.
That's real. I don't think people know that. This is if you see a DT on H4, look on M15. It's called not 15. It's called 415.
Right.
So if you see a double top forming on if you see a double top on the H4, because the double top's coming, right? Because here's the guy, right? It goes right here. And if it comes up here, so you might want to come up here. Because remember, it still pushes up. But once a double top is formed, and once you get this lower high, actually you're looking for a higher high because this is a continuation of the downtrend, see? Lower high up here and lower low. But once you get this higher high print right here, what I need to see, let's see. What we need to see is this. Boom.
But remember what I had on the daily, right? When I said I was expecting Nas to go further. You see how on that lower run is much longer than this current buy run.
Yeah.
And this current bullish run is much smaller than that lower run because this is a pullback.
Right.
And the pullback happened in 3 phases.
Yeah, one. Yeah, you got one, and this little red candle to pullback. This little red one, even if it's a tiny one, it's a baby one.
Yeah, still full.
So, yeah. So 1, 2, and then you should get you're looking for another pullback, and that's going to be the sell the downside. Once you get this, oh man, are you ready for that, man?
No,
That's like
how you guys determine that? Like that's just a rule you guys made?
No, that's a 3 phase of
the market makers. The market makers use this template to move the market.
Right.
It's just
1, 2, and 3?
difficult.
Right.
Difficult for us to see it sometimes, but when we can identify it and our eyes become trained to look for it, that's what we can expect.
You call it, what is it called? It's called 3. You can look it up. What is it called?
People call it different things, but
what do you call it?
I know it's sort of reminds me of the Elliott wave.
One person, 3 shift.
It's called 3 levels of rise.
Right. And that is a 3 levels. That is a known thing in Forex.
I didn't know that.
Right.
Shit.
Yep.
There's 3 levels of rise.
Yeah.
This is a market maker's tool.
Not everywhere it teaches that, you know?
Right. So
But it's
so
a template.
right.
You can
So
see
let's
across all charts.
right. So this is it. So this is a market maker shit. So
And
when
you guys already tested this
yes,
and
works.
it works?
There's a guy out there that's making stupid money off this crap. He teaches this.
Yeah.
No
I
way.
mean, I have a mentor in JoJo Charles that teaches it. And that's kind of who I've learned it from.
There's
On
a
that
JoJo was with Epic. I remember him.
Yeah.
there's a template
So
I have.
I personally follow JoJo now. I mean, I just for that piece of it, the other pieces of what we're doing here, obviously you tie on your own thing. But this part, as far as the market template, is how the market moves.
Right. 3 phases. And this is how you can swing NAS. Like, so this
I didn't
could
know
be,
that.
yeah. Just like I didn't know about ADD. It's like I didn't know about volumes. This I didn't know. It's all learning. This is how you learn.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't taught to me in Epic. This wasn't taught to me in IML. This wasn't taught to me in Tradera. So when I got into Discord, when I got with you, when I got with other mentors, they started telling me about price action. They told me about fair value gap, the way Matt trades, fair value gap. This is smart money concepts. Everyone has learned from these people, you know. So that's how. So if you learn smart money concepts, you learn the 3 levels of rising. You learn order blocks. You learn institutional money. You learn fair value gaps. You learn imbalances. Then all those things make you more powerful. Then you can use double tops and engulfing candles and support resistance and trend lines and higher highs. Then you have all these tools as your arsenal. There's no way you won't be a successful trader.
Wow, I need to check that out.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents. So everybody, see, the thing is, no one, it's what I call information hogs, right? You got to be an information station. If Seb didn't teach me about ADD, I wouldn't be doing this on NAS. I would be doing whatever else. If if Dr. P and other, and Jay wasn't showing this, then I wouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? If I was on a call with someone else and Debbie's like, oh, you know what? Look at all those lines on this thing. Why don't you just use these here? Oh, you know what? That makes sense. So everyone puts value into the sauce, because if you get a bunch of people that can create this entity, like I said, all these things work. So now my biggest thing was, how do you work the Renko ADD? And now I see it's not going to be 100%, but I guarantee you, I'm going to make it a good 80%. So now it's even going to be even more. So now I can backtest it more. And like I said, and I backtested this with the values, and 725% right. When ADD is above 1800, it's trending up. And I showed 3 or 4 zooms where if you see the ADD above 1800, it's bullish all day, every day. If you're not in NAS when the ADD is up, then you shouldn't be trading. That's my philosophy. It's not trying to be mean. It's like to give you money. And then if it's in the basement, it's got to come up. And then I was looking at this, because I back to this thing to death. Seb. When the ADD is way in the basement, like negative, it's going to come up, and that's how you catch it. You can catch it. Or if it stalls at 1800, it's going to tank, and then you can also use your price action. So now imagine using this Renko NAS system over here, and you really can freak it. So let's check this out. Let me just break them down. I know my man got to leave. I just want to show you something real quick. Look at this right here. So these are our indicators, right? So our indicator, let's take some of the indicators off for a second because it gets kind of messy, right? So we're right here. We're right there, right? I keep the higher highs on there, but look at how this lined up right here. Look at this. This is 8:30, August 5th, right? Now it was NFP, and some people got smashed on NFP. So NFP sold, right? Sold. So I sold NAS down. So now they say, well, Jay got this 930 bill rolling around, right? Well, the 930 bill is rolling around in my head, like, okay, what's going on here? Boom. So the 930 bill is right here. So look at the 930 bill on NAS. I'm sorry, not on NAS. ADD.
ADD.
Right. So now I'm using ADD as a chart and an indicator. It's powerful as fuck. So this is going to change the game. The people are going to be mad. You don't have to worry about people being mad, except they're already mad at me now because they're like, what are you doing? They don't
Yeah,
want to
they're
see
mad at
success.
me too.
It's cool.
They're
Though.
mad
Check it
at
out.
me because I'm killing it.
So here's 930 right here, right? 930 right there. Boom. Now look at this. 930 right here, right? Not 830. 930 right there. Let's open it up and see. Let's open and see. You can't make this up. So what did the ADD open up? It opened up, right, in the basement, right? You see it's below 1800. It's got to come up. Look at this. It lines up perfectly right over here. Look at this. Boom. It lines up perfectly at 930 right there, right? Right at this higher high, and it went up. These are the indicators. The indicators are telling you, dude, look at this, man. Look at the SAR. Look at that uptrend. Look at that. And then the pro goes boom. I mean, it's kind of messy, but you see what I'm talking about. You see it's uptrend all day. Had a buy here. Where's the other one at? But even on without the price action, you got this here. Even if you even if you were scared to death, you could have thrown the EMAs on here and caught it here, right?
Correct.
So you missed all this, but you're safe. But you don't need the EMAs because you see the price action is coming up this way. And
Yeah,
this
but the ADD helps you a lot.
Exactly. The ADD was negative. I told you, I don't know how many times I said this, but if the man's in the basement, right? The man's in the basement, right? He don't want to hang out in the basement. He wants to get to the first floor. He wants to get to the first floor where his lady friend is, right? Lady's up here chilling, right? Don't you want to go see how your lady's doing? She's up here waiting for you. So what's going to happen? You're going to make that ride up. That's why I'm saying that even if you didn't catch the NFP, you wait. Boom. This opened up at negative. So what you can do, you can bring all this all the way up so you can see right there. And you can see that if you bring this over here, let's do ADD on a 15-minute time frame here so I can show you. Whenever the price was below 2000, it went up every time. Even news took it down a little bit, but if it's in the basement, it's got to rise. This is a no-brainer trade. No-brainer. You don't have to, you can come in here as a zombie and trade this and win. So what happened here? It's at negative 1915. Where'd it go? It went down to negative 23, 24. And it's going to rise, right? It's going to rise. If it comes down here, you wait. You wait. You can jump in right now if you want. Just take some drawdown. You know it's going to go up. It can't go lower than 2400. I mean, it may go down a little bit lower, but you can see that it hasn't been that way, right? Look at this. Let me just draw a line here so you can see what I'm talking about. You have to see this in action. Let's put it at 3000 right there. And let's move up to the 30-minute time frame so we can see what's going on.
Hey, John, just FYI, I got to run, bro. I appreciate it.
Okay. You got it, man.
Yep,
you
got
got
to
it.
get to some grading here.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. So look at this. Look at this. This was down here. This tanked, right? It's down here, right? So it's got to come up, right? So you got a gap up here. So there's going to be some situations where it's got to come up. So this is a strange situation here because this is what, June 13th? Look at where it opened up here. It tanked. So you could have caught this all the way down, right? But look at this. This is 10 o'clock, right? So this is just a continuous of it going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. I can bet you that the price action was totally going down. Now this is 9:30 the next day, right? And look what happened. It's in the basement, right? So, but this one it consolidated in the basement. So this might have been a trickier trade to take. But eventually, it's going to go back up. Eventually, it came over here. So that's a couple of days away, but you see that it came down here, came up here to the 1800, right? And then it had some movement up and the tank down. So you can use all this information to help you along with the NAS. So this is what let's look at this date for a second. This date here is June 13th, right? June 13th at, I think at 9:30, right? June 13th, 9:30. So let's go to June 13th, 9:30, right?
Yeah, the reason it needs to go back up is there's too many stocks going down at once.
Right, right.
You know?
Let's see what that is. But see, that's 9:30. That's June 13th. What day was that? That was what day was that? That was June 13th was a Monday. Okay. So, you know, you gotta take that into consideration.
Hey Jay, you be trading with Renkos?
A little bit of both. I was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing it more now. Cause you know, I'm gonna go, you know, when I finish this, I'm gonna go back and backtest this thing. Cause it's all about backtesting and making sure it's right. I didn't start using NAS. I didn't start using ADD until I backtested it. Until it showed me, well, damn, you know what? This shit is powerful. Why wouldn't you want to use this to help you trade? You know what I'm saying?
They gave me a lot of shit for this.
Well,
in
you know,
Discord.
You gotta see what's going on with it, man. Let's see. But it works, man. I mean, it's just, you gotta find what works for you. You go from there. I mean, you get a lot of, you get a lot of things going on here. Because, it's different for candle. I mean, it's different from regular candle patterns. But you can still use the regular candle patterns too if you wanted to with some of the other indicators. But, it all depends on what you want to use. I just see that this is powerful here. This is powerful. And I'm going to put this into high value testing when I get this red. When I get this set up here, when I see this set up here, it's game time. I already got I don't know if I can put a alert on this or not. There's got to be a way you can put alert on this. You can put alert on the higher highs. I did that. Where's that coming from? That's coming from the SIVE. The higher highs is coming from the SOLD. Yeah. So you can put a alert on the SOLD. Okay? SOLD's right here. SOLD, right? Any alert call. So you can do any alert call here, right? Because it doesn't have higher high function. So you can put change the character alert down. You can set this one up on daily time frame. So once bar close only once, maybe here, right? Then you can come back and set another one, right? For the SOLD, right? For break of structure alert down. So that means that you're getting some sales going on, right? And then you can do another one, any alert call, right? You can do a SIVE, right? SIVE and long, super trend sale long, right? So you can set all this stuff up. You can also set up the EMAs across too, right? See this here. So you come in here and do the EMAs, right? EMAs here, right? And then crossing EMA 1, crossing down, because I EMA 1 and 2, right? So I can do this to that's a 50, right? EMA 1, then I can come over here and put one for the EMA 2, right? EMA 2 can be this one here, EMA, and then go over here and set up as EMA 2, because that's my both crossing down, and because I have 2 EMAs here, right? I got an EMA 1 and 2. Those are the ones that I have triggered. I think he was in 7 and 77. What he said? It's 7 and 77. I don't know what those are, but let's see what that is. I mean, you can play around with the indicators, but I'm gonna go with 15,200 for now. Yeah, this 3, I call it 3 feet and rising, 3 high and rising. This is dope, man, right? That's deep, man.
Yeah, that's pretty
Deep.
tight.
Tight. So what I want to do is I want to have a zoom when this price action is here like this. When we see, because the higher high prints right on top of the red. So the higher high is going to be right on this red candle right there, boom. And that's the same thing, right? All the time, right? Not this lower low, because this is a continuation. I'm talking about, look at that, 1, 2, 3. Once you get a red candle is going to print here or one of these other ones. We don't know yet. We got to wait.
And that's a pullback.
Right. So now I understand it.
Oh, I could see it at 3 phases. We got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Could throw a fib on that too, on that pullback for another little confirmation.
Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's come over here. So this is where in the lesson people start to see it and people start to add value to it, right? We're adding value to this. Let me take it down. I don't need that to be that large. 16 is good, right? Boom, right there. And this is
I'm thinking that price is going to come up and probably
And then go down.
take out liquidity from that lower high up there and then shoot down.
Yep.
okay.
Do a sweep,
Okay.
a liquidity sweep.
Right.
Okay. What is this? This is 16. This is what the same damn thing. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this for a second. Let's break this down more. We want to break this down more. Look at that. All right. So this indicator, this red indicator is telling me that there's a LQ sweep here. But this indicator is pro concepts. Yep. So pro concepts is telling me there's an area here. This is what I call a hotspot right here. There's a hotspot right here. There's a hotspot right in there. There's a hotspot right there. So we need to see this is phase 3 here, right there. So we need to see is price come up in here, and price needs to come up in here and dance around, and then shoot back down. So with that, you can still take buys. You're still buying the market until you see a high print and that red candle, red arrow on the brick, right? Once you get that, then you got that. So you can come over here and let's do this here. Watch this. Watch how this proves. The here, right? Here's first level, right? Right there, right? Boom.
Yep.
Right? What's the second
Yep.
level? Second level
Right
is
there,
pullback.
the high and low.
Right here. So that's the second area of down, right?
Yeah.
Because it pulls back here. So one pullback, pullback. So here's the other pullback here, right? Pullback here, right? The pullback to that level, right? Then it went down. Right? See that? Then it went down. Where'd it go down? It's going on here, right? That's level 1, 2, and 3, right? Because this here,
I'm thinking 3 would be at that higher high.
right here, down here. Because you gotta go down. Here's pullback 1, come down. Pullback 2, come down. Right? Then you got your. But this could be another, I guess, example here. This.
Right. Yeah.
Because now what you got, remember, it's like, so you got a pull, you got trend. So let's see, let's work this down. Trend.
Yep.
Okay. Pullback. Right. Trend.
You could use the
Trend.
Elliott wave too. It'll
Right.
help you out with
Trend.
that.
Trend. And then you got this. You consider this to be a pullback, right?
I wouldn't, but it being so small, I would take that higher pullback of that higher high.
This one.
I mean, that's what I would do.
All right. So
Yeah, I'll go with that one too.
this one here.
If you look left,
Yeah.
you look left, it's a great structure to the left. See the structure that it first goes below?
Down here.
In that second box, yeah, that middle box.
This, yeah, okay, yeah, the second box, this one here, yeah. So this one here, right here.
Right, that's level 2.
Okay,
I mean,
so
level
you,
1, level 2.
so here's I come here, clone this. This is level 1 here, right?
Yeah. First
And-
push.
And then you got a tricky one here. See, this is tricky. This is 2.
It is tricky.
And this one here is tricky because then you got to use some. There's a couple of philosophies going on here because you're like saying, okay, well, here's the pullback here, but we're saying that this is the deeper pullback to here, even though you have the lower high here. Because sometimes you don't get. Go ahead.
You could have got burned there, like
You could have got burned here, right? But
you could have get burned there with the 1, 2, and 3. That right there would have burned you. Because
But-
it did another pullback and then it flushed back down again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would have got burned right there. So that 1, 2, and 3 doesn't really work all 100%. It doesn't.
Well, this is what, so then you have to edit it. So this is what you would do. Cause look at this. This is outside the box, right? This is the setup here for a buy here, right? This is
Yeah.
clearly a buy right here. And this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4 days? 4 days of holding nods is good. So this would have been your second push here, right? And then this would have been a pullback. But this is a buy right here. You can
Yeah.
clearly get a buy right here. Because this has a rule. It's outside the little thing here, right? You've got a lower low here, and you've got
Is that
a
little channel? That little channel, what's that?
what? This
Yeah, the little white channel.
this is a part of this other envelope indicator that they've added. This it's like a Renko, it's like a Bollinger Band
Yeah.
in a way. But I would have taken this buy right here. So this is where you have to use price action because it's not going to be perfect like this all the time. So you've got this push here, one, pullback 1, push down to B. This would be the pullback 2 or pullback 2B. See, this is pullback 2B, right? Because that's 1. Here's 1. Well, that's 1 right there. Actually, this would have been 1 here too. See,
Yeah.
think about it. If you, I mean, if you get technical with this thing, I know what you're saying. You say, well, I need a full thing, but a pullback is a pullback. Doesn't matter how it is. It could be a baby one or a huge one, right? So let's just see this for a second. This may make sense, but this is how you backtest stuff. Hold on. This is how you backtest stuff. So I come here, right here, boom, right? All right, get rid of this line here. So technically, I want to see pullbacks on a green candle. So this is a green candle right here, right? Up here.
Yeah.
So technically, this is a baby one, right? When you say this is
Yeah,
a
that'd be
baby
a
one, that's a pullback, right?
Yeah.
So is that going to be phase 2? Well, I don't know. You don't know that. It's just like, well, the pullback is over here, so that's phase 2. This is phase 3 right here. So these are small ones, but it's still a downtrend away. But these got to be considered pullbacks.
Yes, correct.
They're baby ones, but they're still pullbacks, right?
Yeah, on a daily, that's a big pullback.
On a daily, it is, right? If you go to the 4-hour time frame, you're gonna
It-
see that this is pulling back hard, right? See?
Yeah.
So maybe draw it on a daily and then flip to the 4-hour time frame to look at it better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now it looks a little better, right? But you're dealing with a 4-hour time frame.
So when you do the pullbacks, you do it on a daily?
Yes, because they're trading, because the Renko's on a daily. So you technically could say, where's the pullback here, right? So the higher high. So all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's 2, right?
Take it all the way down to the high low.
You talking all the way down to here? Where would you define pullback 2 at? Right here?
Yes, that's where I was starting.
Okay, pullback 2 is right here, right? So pullback 3 is going to be where?
I bring it down to that high low. Bring it down some more.
Oh, you mean pullback 2?
No. Bring. No, I'm saying where it would end at the bottom, the higher
You mean
low.
this?
Yeah, keep going. Right there. Yeah, you can
Come
cover
right
all
here.
that. Move it
Right here.
Move it to the side a little bit to the next lower low. Lower low
Right
to
here.
the right.
Oh, you mean down
Double.
here?
And then I would take it up to 50 to start level
Oh, you
3.
mean like this?
No. End that down there.
Okay, like this? That's 2?
Yeah. And then start level 3 at the 50 and bring it down from there.
Oh, you mean
That's how.
okay.
Oh,
You're
with
looking
the
at 3.
higher high?
You're talking about 3
Yeah,
like this? Like this?
Yeah. And then bring it down to the low.
Down here.
Yeah.
In hindsight, from there it started going up. Level
Okay.
see where he has level 1 at, where Dr. P left level 1 and pull
So
back.
you're saying that this is level 3 here. Right
down the
here.
bottom. That was the
This
cycle.
level 3. So
Yeah, I believe.
all right, so we can review that. So it goes down, pull back, down, pullback. You're
Yeah,
looking
but
at the
then-
higher highs, right? Higher highs. So you wouldn't consider this one to be like a pullback here versus this one?
It could be, but then what do we call the fact that it went up above it?
Break a structure? That it broke.
Yeah, that's structure. Yeah. So that's why I would start my level 3 from there. Because if
Like
you
this.
look at, I'm sorry, John.
No, go ahead. You get it.
If you look to your right and back to level 1, generally a level is considered maybe broken or complete after it makes a lower low. You see I broke structure to the left?
Yeah, over
Broke
here it
that
did.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the left some more, all the way to the end of the screen. And up top to the end of the screen, right
I mean,
there.
over here.
See, that was level 1, because it broke that and then retested. Broke that structure and retested.
Yeah,
went
I
down.
see that.
Yeah, yeah, I see what he's saying. But you look at those 3 lower lows, it shoots. 3 lower lows, it shoots back up.
Mm-hmm. And then, you know, you see how when level 2 started at the top, it broke structure or structure at the bottom of level 1.
Yeah.
That structure, yeah.
Broke
And then
here.
it came back. Exactly. And it came
Yeah,
back
because
to
that might be
retest.
all still at the same push. That might be the same move, even though it was a small pullback in there.
And it kind of came back and retested without breaking the higher high on that started at level 2. See, I pull back to the bottom of level, pretty much the structure that level 2 broke.
Yeah, right in here.
Yeah. Then started 11.3.
Yeah.
It even pulled back to that structure that it broke, right around level 1. See the bottom of level 1.
Yeah,
So
right
I
here.
pull back, kind of pull back, but it didn't pull back far enough to break where level 2 structure went.
Right up here, yeah. Up here, yeah.
So, and that, to me, that would be the third drop. That would be the beginning of the third drop.
I guess you can also say that it touched the 50, right? And it touched the 50 here. So that could be like when it crossed once here, cross once here, retested here, and retested here.
Right. And that is often characteristic of before the third level starts, is that pullback to the 50.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. If that, I just want to see if this is a consensus of all levels, right? Of wherever it is. Let's see. See,
I'm
this is
saying though,
uptrend here.
all I'm saying is like on a real time, you're gonna get burned doing that.
Well, you just don't only do that. That's just one. If you just rely on that, you'll get burned. But if you rely on this and you rely on everything else,
Okay.
then it should work. Yeah. Okay. Well, all this in the past is cool. I mean, that's all good because that's happened in the past. You could backtest this till you blew the face. So I want to look at what we have right now. I agree with you on that. I guess you can have some. You can go either. I mean, you can go down a rabbit hole and say this is whatever, yada yada yada. That's fine. Remember, try to keep this shit stupid. Try to keep it simple. So here we are right here. So I want to help people get ready for NAS for next week. We're waiting for a higher high here, right? And we're waiting for what we got here. It's breaking out of. It's getting ready to turn here to that. Ooh, look at that. That's weird. That might have been the other side, right? Yeah, sometimes these indicators are weird, man, right? They get strange like that. Full concept salty. Okay, let me bring that back. Some of these indicators, man, they get weird. They get weird fast, man, you know?
Yeah, because Renko, that's all.
Yeah, they get weird fast, man.
You ever use because I used Renko before, and I used MACDs with the Bollinger Bands indicator with the Renko. That shit really works good together
Oh,
with the
really?
Renko. Yeah. Yeah.
Higher highs in here, right? I keep forgetting where they are.
Hey, John, I jumped back on for a second, man. I forgot about
Yeah.
something when I was showing, not to interrupt where you're at, but when I was showing the double screen with the price action with the
Yeah.
settings, I forgot to go over my settings that I have for the envelope and the estimator on price action, because it's different than what I use on Renko. Just if anybody wants to use that.
You want to share your screen?
Sure, I can pull that back up.
So the guy that's talking right now, he's the one who does the 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Him and another cat. Yeah.
This is Dr. P. Patrick. You can call me
Where's
either one.
Okay.
Where's not Saudi, but so console, we go. I'll take this side off. Pro concepts is the one that's showing the higher highs and higher lows, right? Yeah, that's what we want. The pro concept is really the higher highs and higher lows for me, man. So you have two charts. So I'm gonna pull that up right now and see how you rocking it. So I'm gonna do this, right, with regular price action. Here we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's get that thing parted. Let's get that thing started, brother. All right. So this is the Renko up here, and this is my regular price action. So what are you doing for
now you're on?
No, it's
you got daily. You got daily up top, and you're on price action on 15. So you probably want to go on the same.
You want a 15 on the top?
You can just go on daily on the bottom. Either one.
Yeah, let's do it on the bottom since we're doing dailies, right?
Oh, so you trading off the 15 by using the daily as an anchor.
I'm using the same time frame on the Renko and price action with the same indicators, but you settings are different that I'm looking at on price action.
Yeah. Okay. So you trade off you trade off the daily.
No, I trade on the I use 15 minute.
Okay.
That's why you can use the A to D on that. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay uses the daily, and his concepts are a little bit different than mine. I don't think he can utilize price action into his on Renko, but I like to use the price action on it as well.
Yeah, I like the 15 minutes.
Yeah. John, you're gonna have to add those indicators down here as well.
Oh, the Watson ones?
Yes.
Oh, let me get rid of these things here then.
Yeah, so you're trading off the 15 minute.
Correct.
Yeah, on both the Renko and the price action, the candlesticks.
Correct.
Yeah, I want to see a picture of your chart.
But this works for it can work for daily as well.
Yeah. Yeah, put on a 15 minute, Jay. I want to see how it looks. How he does it.
This was
so bandwidth, once set that to 6.6 and 2.3 on the multi. And the go to the estimator. We're setting that at 1.5.
Yeah. So you trading off the Bollinger Bands?
It's not Bollinger Bands, but it's similar to Bollinger Bands, right? So when you combine the Renko along with the price action, then you'll see how it moves. So when you line it up, Jay, like when you got one of those confirmed sales.
Here.
So I just wanted, I wanted to get this, we went over it before, right? But I wanted to get the settings more so that the exact settings that I use, and I forgot to show that when we were talking about it earlier.
So here's
So I
this
jumped
cell
back
right
on.
here.
Yep.
Oh,
So if we
wow.
look at that cell there, where's that on the Renko? Oh, you on
Well,
15 minutes daily? It's gonna be.
You mean to go to you mean to daily on both of them?
Yeah, or 15 on both.
Yeah, do 15. That's how he does it. Okay, I want to see this shit.
Well, what I'm let's do this, because I'm gonna add something else to this that's gonna blow our mind. Let's get rid of this indicator here on a second. I don't need this one. This is what is that? I don't want this oscillator here. Okay. All right, so this is 15 up here.
Okay.
All right, so let's get cells right. Let me take this indicator off for a second. I want to see the
Remember, we talked about price, we're time based, and Renko is not. So we got to find the area
right here, somewhere up in here, like right here somewhere.
Well, if you move your
Well,
cursor
even this one
across
here,
the
this
top,
one here.
see you're so far. We're so far out. Why is that?
Because it's August. That's why they gotta be lined up.
Did we back test or anything?
You might have to bring
It's
the top
August.
chart to the left a little bit.
August 3rd. August. This is August. Let's see. August.
Oh, you know what? Maybe the issue too. Do you have your Renko bricks on traditional? That size probably is too big. Why it's not lining up as good too.
Yeah. I'm gonna do daily.
Yeah, you on 112.
I'm gonna do. Let's
Change your brick size. Change your brick size down to like 25 or 50.
On the price action.
No, on the
Renko.
Your brick sizes are too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for daily. So when you go down to 15, you got to go down lower.
Oh, okay. To what?
Change it to 40.
So 112.5 Renko is the settings for daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the Renko for what's going to be 45?
15 minute. I trade the size of 50 for a US 30. So
so Renko 50 for 15 minute. Okay.
Correct.
That's good. I need to know that. Okay. So because I'm gonna be flipping back and forth. Okay, so I do 50 here.
What about NASDAQ? What size you use?
Well, I would think it would be probably similar. I mostly trade US 30 when I'm on the indices, but I would think NAS would be the same. Would be close. So you see how we got much more bricks now, and we can see the runs.
Let's see. Here's a run right here. Let's go right here. Hold on a second.
You gotta scroll over.
There we go. All right.
Scroll over your Renko months. Yeah, okay, because you're gonna have many different price actions. By
this one here is.
Scroll back the other way. Just find something down. There's something recent because you're gonna have to go way back on price.
This one right here.
No.
This is
going
to the right.
Here.
Keep going to the right. Like find that most recent one. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Now
this is one right here.
Okay. So when is that? That's back July 21st. And we still in August here on your chart down low. Keep coming. Yeah. See how if you come on across on your price, probably need to expand your price out. Like the price one down at the bottom.
This one?
Yeah. Expand that out because your price is going to be, you're going to have expand it, not shrink it. Okay. All right. So now you can kind of align your runs maybe in box 3 up top. You should see that on the screen here somewhere. So, okay, why isn't your cursor showing on both?
I don't know. See, this is August 4th, and up here is August 4th.
Yeah, you might have to go further back to find. So what I'm looking for, right? So when I come into the charts, I'm looking for a confirmed sell, but I'm also looking for where price is outside of the band down low.
Oh,
And
so
then I'm
you go
looking,
back.
yep, then I'm looking for those two signals. Okay, so yeah, so right there, is that where you
This is
on top and bottom? No,
this
that's
is
June.
August 3rd. This is August 3rd, 4
Okay, so you
o'clock in the
gotta
morning.
keep going.
August 3rd, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
August 3rd, 4 o'clock in the morning. Wonder why I don't have that much over here though. See that?
So you
at?
buy so you buy below on the bands, and then you selling it on the top of the band.
Yes, but the ones that line up, directly with, like that one up top there probably works there. It's not a confirm, but look at that cell up top. Go to that
This one?
white. Yeah.
This?
Where is that at? Oh no, that's not line. Okay. Yeah, right there. See how you see Emerald Price down low in that area?
Yeah, it's getting to that area to take a sell here. So
Yeah.
it's almost like you're getting ready for it. Yeah, you're getting ready for it. Maybe here on the red arrow here. See, you got a little gap there. See,
That's the drop, but see, that's how it can be counter traded sometimes. If you just just scalping price, like you may jump in that early, you may not as price pull back. But if I jumped in a sell right in that area and I got a white arrow down low, but I'm waiting on, I want the combination arrows, right? So I don't want to see I'm not taking a sell just on the white envelope when I'm looking at price. I need to see the white and a red if I'm taking a sell.
see, this I would do on this screen. I would do this area, and I would have the ADD for scalping. If I was to do that, that's how I would do it. I see what you're saying, but
you have these areas that they don't align perfectly all the time, but the ones that you get aligned, you know those are strong buys or strong sells.
So,
but you just gotta find them, right?
Oh yeah. So if this was, okay, let me find another area here. Here's an area right here. That's an area right here. This is let me see a little bit more. Let's look at this area a second. So this is a nice little area right here.
Okay, so find that area.
So this is like June 27th, 9:30. So I'm gonna come over here, June 27th, 9:30. Actually, I'm gonna go over here, June 27th, 9:30. See.
I gotta squeeze that in so ways back. And open it back up once you find it.
What is it? June 27th.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
June 27th. Right in here. June 27th, 9:30 is right in here. June 27th, 9:30 is right here. So there is a push up.
Yeah, but that's not aligning right.
Yeah, the Renko is not like it doesn't seem to be
yeah,
like,
yeah, and it's not going that far back. You know, it only goes, those estimators and envelopes only go a certain.
So let's take it here then. Take it right here. Here's another one right here. Right in here. Or maybe this one here.
They don't always align. Let me see. I can, let's see.
So if that's August 1st, 2022, August 1st, right? 9 o'clock. So if I come over here to August 1st, August 1st. August 1st.
I'm gonna find a good one for you. Hold on a second.
Hey, you know what'd be good? Like if you screenshot of what you're looking for with all your indicators and then give it to Jay so then we can see it.
I actually have a couple of screenshots, but
Can you send that to
Okay.
Jay?
So check this out. So here is a move right here, right? August 1st, August 1st, 9 o'clock. So if I come over here to August 1st, 9 o'clock,
We
right?
looked at a good example of it earlier. Just gotta find
First.
one here, but it's not too far.
No, August 1st for 9 o'clock, right here. Here's a perfect example right here. Check this out. Check this out. Here is a perfect example right here. Now I'm gonna flip between two charts. Check this out.
Oh crap! I'm still looking at the data up there. 15.
So here's August 1st, 9 o'clock. Boom. Look at that. See that there?
Yeah.
Right here. Here you go. Hey, this is a perfect example right here. So let's check this out. So if I come over here, right? Here's this move at August 1st, 9 o'clock.
Nas just don't have any recently that's a good example. That's the problem.
Here's one right here. Here you go. Here's one right here. Boom.
Yeah.
Here's one right here. This is
Because once
9:30.
again, this is you're looking
So
at time
here's
based
this.
versus price movement based. You got to
Here's
find a
this,
couple good examples. Let me look at the.
Here's one right here.
daily and see what I see one there.
You've got this. Let's see.
Maybe that's what we was looking at earlier.
So August 1st at 9:30, it went up, and you got the little Renko here.
Yeah.
And then over here, you got the Renko at 9:30. This is the same pattern. You've got
Okay, John, go switch both charts to the daily. We can get a real good example. It works the same way on the smaller time frames. You just gotta wait until you see the setup.
I rather focus on the daily time frame anyway.
On June 15th, on the daily,
Yeah.
you'll see the area of what you want to look for. It's also there on June 2nd. Go to June 2nd, really, because that'll be better.
Yeah. Keep going to the. There you go.
June 2nd, it should be right in the middle of that blue, that third box there, I think, coming down. Go back.
Oh yeah,
June
it's
2nd.
right here. It's right
You
here.
got number 3 box.
That's right here. June 2nd is right here. So it's June 4th, because it's daily. So June 3rd right here. June 1st.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, did I lose everything?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Lost audio.
So it's June, you guys hear me?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so June 1st is where it is right here. This is where it is right here.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I lost connection there. John, go back to the box number 3 and we're on June 2nd.
You mean June 1st?
June 2nd.
Oh, that's July. Hold on, that's July, my bad.
Yeah, June. Box 3. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Okay.
So the Renkos line up there, right? You got confirmed action in this area.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Confirmed sales. And you also got price that's outside of the envelope.
Yeah.
That's giving you, if you squeeze that price down, you'll see a red indicator down in there as well. You just can't see because it's close to that candle. But if you squeeze price down, no, not. Yeah, on the side. Just squeeze it down real quick. You'll see that red indicator in there as well. Probably see it there. It's on top of the box now.
So
Now,
what's
you
the red
can
and white?
expand it back. I just wanted you to squeeze it down so you can see it. Okay, so
Yeah,
now that I
there.
got both indicators outside of the envelope, right? And I got a confirmed sell also. At this point, I know price is ready to drop.
I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing.
So if I just wait for those setups alone, I'm gonna be highly accurate on that play.
Yeah, I
Right.
see what you're saying.
So
So
check this
you
out.
wait. He's waiting for extreme highs and lows.
Yep. And because when you get in the sell or the buy at that point, you're not going to be dealing with much drawdown if you wait on it, right? Because remember one of the key things I said earlier is I wanted price to close back down in the envelope. So right there where you got that yellow line at, that's on the push up. The very next candle is a push back down into the envelope. So you got a railroad right there. So on that red candle, and then I'm not sure where that aligns at up top as well. Because right now on the Renko, you're in the middle of a run. So I would be looking to get in the trade.
So you're not using Pro Concept or nothing like that?
No, I'm not.
Oh, so yeah, hey, Jay, can you like hide the Pro Concept so we could see how he looks at it? Yeah, hide all those indicators. I want to see exactly how he looks at it. You know, and take all those boxes out.
The boxes are the levels. You need that. That's going to show you like what.
Yeah, I mean, you drawing those basically afterwards. Sometimes you can draw them ahead if you got a good grasp on where you think they're going.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can hide them. Just hide them, Jay. Just go
hide them.
The eye. Yeah, just hide it there.
Yeah, I just want to see how he trades.
Yep. So on the clean chart there. So so right there. So where's your indicator at the bottom showing when not in the middle? Go look up top to the Renko. So go to that second cell.
There you go.
Yes. Okay. So it's still in that area. Go to the next red box. I'm curious when it moves down low.
With this one?
Okay, yes. So at this point, right? So you see and if you up top, you also have a red along with that white on that higher high.
Got a red arrow.
Yeah. So by that red arrow there probably didn't show up into this red brick where you got that line at now.
So you would want to probably wait until this to close like this. Once this prints, you wait for this price action to happen with this higher high and a red arrow. And then
let all that manipulation take place. You know you're looking for a sell by now. So once price close back down into the envelope, then I'm looking to jump in the sell.
So you basically you're waiting for the indicator to give you a sell.
I'm waiting for the indicator to give the sell. I want to see the estimator envelope, and I want to see the estimator and the envelope give a signal. So that's the red and the white, right? I need to see both of them. Then on top of that, I want to see price close. If price push, sometimes price will push far outside of the envelope. If it pushed far outside of the envelope and it gives me like in this case, we're looking for a sell, and I get a evening star or a railroad that's outside of the envelope, I'm confident to jump in the trade after I see that railroad or that evening star. If I don't see that, then I want to see price close back in the envelope. Like in this case, we get a railroad where it closed back in the envelope. So I'm good to get in the sell there, and I'm setting my stop loss right above those candles.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, I see exactly what you're doing.
So that's how I look to get. That's how I look to getting my interest. Yeah.
And then how successful are you?
Been very successful over the past 2 weeks when I've been testing this. And I don't say this. I took and I've been trading not just one pair, but mostly US 30, but I've traded some other pairs as well.
Yeah.
Using this system, I literally took $1,000 to $15,000.
No brag, just fact.
Say it again.
I used the line from the Guns of Will Sauna back in the day. No brag, just fact.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Good system.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see what he's doing. So he has a clean shot.
It takes, all it takes is patience and discipline, right?
Yeah.
But
once you know what you're looking for, then you gotta wait. You gotta wait till you see.
Okay, so Dr. P, one question, please. On the Renkos, so you're on the daily. So when you see the higher high, the final green, right? And the brick without the wick comes up. So the first brick comes up. but there is no wick. Are you waiting for the wick, or do you wait until you see the third pullback brick before you enter? How do you decide? Or you
For
just
me,
wait on the pattern on the candlestick to know that you're to enter?
Exactly. For me, once I see the signals that I see on Renko, my attention goes away from the Renko, and now I'm focused on price action.
Correct.
Right?
Because
Because price action is going to let me know when when it's ready to move.
Correct.
See, if I take the signal as soon as I see Renko, then you're going to get all the pullbacks, all the drawdown, unnecessary drawdown. And I'm focusing trying to tighten my drawdown as much as possible. So my focus then goes to, like, if I see a Renko, and I'm okay with passing a Renko signal if I don't see price action aligning with it. So every time we see a movement on Renko, sometimes we don't see price action aligning with it. When price action align, when I see a sell, a confirmed sell or confirmed buy on Renko, and I look at price action and I see price action moving outside of the envelope, either above or below, those are the trades that I'm interested in.
So Dr. P, you use price action to like re-enter?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
You use price action to like re-enter if you kind of want to stack?
Yes, I will use price action to re-enter as well. So sometimes the Renko play, it might last for some days, but if you look at price action, one way you can scalp price action, right, and even do counter trades, gotta be careful in that if you might receive some drawdowns, but if you look at that price action chart, when you see price go from, when you get a flag of, you get an envelope flag and an estimator flag, what we're looking to get in the entry, you literally can stay in that trade until it goes down to the bottom of the envelope and you see another white flag outside of the envelope.
That's awesome.
Now, you might get pullbacks in between, but you can literally almost, if you want to swing trade that, you can basically swing trade it from flag to flag.
Right, right. And I'm looking at the chart that is up now on the screen, and I see exactly how that played out.
Right. So if you look down at price action, if you just look at the times that you get the white along with the estimator, so either white and green or white and red, you literally can trade them together. And prices basically, for the most of it's going to move in that direction until you get to the other one. Now you're going to get some pullbacks, like right there on that W right there, right below where it's to the left. John, if you come down, I just want to show an example here in price action. Hold on, you good? Scroll back up. Okay, that W right at the bottom down there, right there. So you got legs. Okay, so right under the S where Nas is on the background screen.
Here?
Okay, yeah, go down to that leg, the first leg of the W there. So we got two flags that's outside telling us to buy, right? Now, if you jumped in that buy, price actually came back down there in this case. So now the Renko, I don't know where that is in the Renko play at that point, but something normally when I'm playing these, I have an exit plan to get out,
12th.
right?
It's May 12th.
You going with the trend though, right?
I go with the trend, but both need to align for me to get in a trade.
Correct.
So this is how I understand it, and show me if I'm wrong. May 12th, I would have jumped in this trade on May 13th. I would have jumped in this trade at May 13th. I would have let this right arrow print, this lower low print, this green arrow print on this brick, and I would have jumped in this trade on May 13th, which is here, and I would have held it all the way from May 13th all the way to May 17th. And let's see how this looks here.
To the envelope.
See? Because you had it's not considered a pullback in that. That's a pullback in here. See, Renko's not going to show you the pullbacks. Regular candles weird. So you would have held this trade from May 13th to May 17th, and then it reversed.
But even in that case right there, you see how that second leg came back down and wicked it out. You might have would have got stopped out if you had a short stop loss.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have put my stop loss because
Correct.
when you're dealing with nons, you have to give your trade room to breathe. I usually have my stop loss 50 to 100 pips because I don't know how far it's going to go, and I'm okay with that. You see, this here
You
would have
don't go
been
like. I got a question. You don't go like when you enter right there. You be like, you know what? Let me go halfway to the channel.
Exactly, and that's what I was about to point out something on here. If you take your cursor up, just move up. I want to see where it goes up on the envelope. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, see, I would have been out of this trade in here. So this is what I do on a safe approach, right? On a safety value, this like what I'm looking at when I'm saying if I got in this trade down at the bottom, right? I would have been looking at the envelope on Renko. Where is the top of the envelope on Renko? That's where, no, down, because remember, you got it down there, so that haven't printed yet. It's right down in the middle of the bin.
Right here?
Yes. So, no, bring it down. Bring it down to the bin, the top of the envelope in the V there.
Yeah, go to the V.
Right there. So in that area, like that's not much out of that, but we're talking about the daily, right? That's still a lot of pips. If you're in that trade down at the bottom. So what I'm saying is a safe value. I'm taking my first TP is going to be the top of the envelope in the Renko.
Correct. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Right. Then you reassess, right? So if I get another entry, at that point, I'm out of the trade. Now, what I might do is I might trail my stop loss if I'm not sure whether the run is over or not. So because it pulled all the way back, even if it closed you out, it would close you out in profit. And then you had another entry. And that one went all the way to the top of the price envelope. So I'm saying on the second leg. So both trades you would have won if you managed it correctly, right? You want to you got to manage your trades, right? If you
I would. Like me, I will always take out from the middle of the channel.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's so much better, more accurate if you just take your profit in the middle of the channel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could tell. I mean, because it doesn't always reach to the top of the channel, as you can see. You know what I'm saying?
In most cases, it will though.
Okay.
But you're right, not all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in most cases, you're gonna stay above. If you set a stop loss down there where you got in at, in most cases, it's not gonna come back and touch it. This is an example where it would have if you set it too short. But once again, if you're managing that trade correctly, your stop loss should have been moved up in the profit by that time anyway.
Yeah, this right here. And I would have held this trade all the way up till I got up here. Gotcha. I would have taken the trade right here, and I would have held it all the way until I got this lower high. There would be no reason for me to jump out of this trade. I mean, I understand you Clayton, but I've been moving if my stop loss was down here someplace. Say my stop loss was down here, I would have moved it in profit.
But with your pro concepts, that makes sense. You know, because if you're just trading off of price action, then you want to, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see how you do it. That's pretty nice, though. I like it. Who taught you this?
All of it's just extra confirmation, right? So, I got the indicators from Jay. I worked on the settings and tweaked it and put it on price action and tweaked the settings to my own just on back testing. So.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
How are you able to get it to be white, Dr. P. I mean, when I'm looking at the indicator settings, I only see green and red, and I can't change it to white.
Yeah, you should be able to change it to white in the settings. If you go to settings on
Only the
indicator,
envelope though, not the estimator.
yeah, not the estimator.
So leave the
Envelope.
estimator as green.
Correct. Let that change to green and red, because that's going to give you, you're just changing the envelope to white right there where he's showing colors.
Okay, just keep both of them white. Got it. Okay, thank you.
Correct. You're welcome.
Yeah. That's pretty nice. I like it. I wanted to show this other strap, but you guys are busy with this, so. Yeah, with the strat I'm using now, it's like I got a 400% profit and 200% profit in a week.
That's what's up.
You need
Yeah.
to show it then.
Hey
Oh,
guys, you
that's-
will be posting this right to YouTube. I missed the first part, and this is awesome.
Yeah,
Or-
Yeah, I
post it
definitely,
on YouTube.
yeah,
Or Jay,
I
I can request you later.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on YouTube.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry, I cut you off.
Very good.
What's your
Yeah, I
YouTube
definitely-
channel?
And any more questions for me? I do have to jump back off. I wanted to jump back on because I felt bad I didn't give those specific settings that I was using on price action. So,
Yeah.
but that was
that's
good for
pretty
some
nice.
people that jumped on later anyway. So, sound like it worked
Yeah.
out.
Give it up for Dr. P.
Yes, sir. No problem. No problem. Hey, let's all take it
so
to
I-
another level.
So I came here pretty late today, so my question is, you have all the settings in the beginning of the video, or?
Yes, we did go over the settings in the beginning. Sure.
Okay, that's all
I
I
guess,
wanted.
John, I don't know when you hit record. I think it was after I started describing that piece. I think so. So we should have it all in there.
Okay, good. I want to check it out.
Okay. Any other questions before I drop? One for me?
No, but thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, man. It was good.
Hey, did we talk about-
Like I said, if there's no other confidence from anybody, like I said, in 2.5 weeks, I took an account up 1,000%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty
So-
yeah, that's pretty nice.
But do you only trade indices, Dr. P, or do you
I trade both.
both? So this
yes.
works for options too?
It should, yes. It
Okay.
should. I haven't tested it, but that is one thing that I'm planning to add as well down the road. So.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
another quick thing I'll say too is if anybody is holding crypto, right? We're trading, but if you're holding crypto, you can use this on Bitcoin to know when to move your Bitcoin from USD back to Bitcoin when you know Bitcoin is about to rise. It's a future teller letting you know when Bitcoin is about to rise. If you got money sitting and you move it over to Bitcoin, then you know your value gonna go up.
Okay. But do you look at the daily time frame, or do you look at bigger time frames like monthly and weekly?
I mostly stick with daily and then I trade on 15.
So even moving from USD?
I trade on
Okay.
smaller time frames. Yeah.
Okay. So you constantly keep moving then?
Not constantly keep moving them. I'll check the daily every so often just to make sure I'm looking at my directional bias correctly.
Okay.
What I'm expecting to happen, but I'm taking my trades all on the movements that's happening on the 15 on the smaller time frame. And I trade US 30 probably predominantly over anything else.
Okay. And what trading platform do you use? Which is best?
Can't say what's best necessarily.
You for taking the trades?
My broker, you're asking, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, for broker, I use
Yeah, I'm on
Hugo's
I'm on
Way.
MT4 and I use
Hugo's Way.
NVFX.
Yeah, I use
MT4.
Hugo's Way. Hugo's Way
Okay.
or KOTX. Hugo's Way is
KOTX.
it's good.
Okay.
Okay.
How does it work on Forex pairs?
How it works is good on Forex.
Okay.
Yep. Like yesterday, I didn't trade indices at all, I don't think. I know I didn't trade US 30 yesterday. I traded mostly Forex pairs. works just as good. You just,
But
like
don't
you say,
you
you're just
have a-
patient, looking for the right setups. So,
Don't you have to change the setting on the chart though? When you do it, when you're using
on the
Forex?
15, you don't.
So if you do
But
daily,
daily,
you could just keep it
yeah,
like, right? Okay.
yeah, I got a nice
Okay.
win on gold. I got a nice win on
Okay.
gold.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other
Okay.
day.
Okay. That's cool. Okay. So you just do daily. Don't even worry about lower time
What
frames.
you mean?
Because
Well, on daily, you're gonna have to see how you don't have the envelopes right now. So on daily, you're gonna have to adjust.
you have to change it, right? You have to change it. Yeah.
Yeah. On the lower time frames, you don't have to change anything. You can just go straight ATR, and it'll adjust based on what pair you go to.
So if you're doing gold or the daily, what's the what do you have to change
I'm
here?
not sure. I haven't
play with it.
traded gold on the daily. I've traded on the 15-minute. So I was using
If you
ATR.
If you do GU, I don't know.
So what happens? What
Change it,
happens
right?
with the?
You have to go, Jay, if you got something that's not showing up, you got to go back to the regular ATR and then take half of that value amount. So change, like that's not showing up, go back to your settings on your chart, even where it was. Now go back to the GU one that wasn't showing. So now go to your settings. You can double click on that traditional right there. Yeah, pop up. All right, go switch it to ATR. And now you see that value. You see how small that value is for GU? So it's saying 0.015. So you could leave it there on tradition. I mean, you can leave it there for ATR and just take it like that. If it's showing up on ATR, then it's fine. I mean, just use the ATR. If it's not showing up on ATR, no, you're gonna have to cut that value that's behind that ATR up top. You're gonna have to cut that value in half for your brick size. If it's not showing up, it just means your brick size is too big.
Yeah.
It has to be bigger. Yeah, I see. 112.15. So for GU, you're saying you could use a brick size of like 75 or that's not what I want. Hold on. 75. Maybe lower.
Well, you're on daily right now?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't go any lower than that on daily. On GU, I mean, it's showing right now, so you're fine. I mean, I use 50 on the US 30 on the 15-minute. So on the daily, your brick sizes are going to be bigger, you know.
So you have to use a smaller, like if you do 50 on the 15. Right. So you do 15, right?
Right. That's where you'll get more of the runs on what's happening. You're going to get more trade opportunities.
Are there any particular times when US 30 is more volatile and gives you more entries?
New York and London. New York and London.
Yep. New York and London.
New York. 9:30 New York, you'll be in there. Or 6 to 8, because that's when the London is moving towards close and it's crossing with New York.
6 to 8 EST?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You're
then
talking PM or AM?
I mean, for NAS, 6 to 8 Eastern time, A in the morning, and then 9:30 to 11:30, and probably sometimes between after lunch, 1:30 and 3:30 maybe, because they come after lunch.
Yep.
And then London, London 2:33, 4, anytime in there.
Okay. Because I've not seen the sticker on.
Get your highest movement.
Oh, okay.
But
Anyone
New
trades
York is the god.
New York is the god. Okay.
New York is the god, really. It really is. That's the god on the truth.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got some other responsibilities I got to get to. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hopefully that helped. And
oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's all take it to another level.
All right. Thank you.
Trying to
Yes,
kill
sir.
this thing, man. Just but yeah, that's it. Traditional. Oh, there you go. You had it. That's it, man.
Yeah, I gotta
That's it.
rewatch this.
Yeah, I'm about to kill this Nas and use 30. And that's it. This is it, brothers.
Yeah.
You got it.
Valuable
Get the sauce, man.
information, valuable information.
Yeah, so I'm about to kill this shit next week, man.
Yeah,
Next
man,
week's it.
I'm gonna kill it.
Hey,
Dirty, dog.
Seb, when are you gonna share that strategy you were talking about earlier?
Oh, it's just this. It's almost like this, but it's more like Bollinger Bands, and it's a squeeze, and then there's a contraction, and then before when a contraction happens, price itself is like not volatile, but every time there's a contraction, there's always an expansion, so it blows up to a direction it needs to go. So that was it. That's basically what I wanted to show, but.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
All right.
it works really good because I used it and I killed it. I was making 100% profits for like a whole entire week,
Would you
Plus,
mind
I
sharing
also,
it? In
plus I
this,
also, yeah. Plus, I also used the ADD, the void. I used that as confirmation also. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take this video is gonna take way too long. So maybe I'll do it some other day, maybe tomorrow, or when Jay does another video. Because if I share this, we're gonna be here for a long time,
yes.
So,
Yeah.
but this is almost like Bullet Bands. You're following the channel. You basically selling the high channel, and you're buying the low channel. That's all it really is. And you're following the Renko and price action as one when they both meet together from the top and the bottom of the channel. So I mean, it works, but I'm gonna test it out. But I look at it like everything has its own rules and sets of rules to follow. Rankos, the problem with Rankos is it could also, like, a brick could last forever, and there's a lot of price action going on during that one brick development. Do I make sense? Every brick on the Ranko, it represents a lot of volatility on the price action candles, and that break won't develop unless so many points has established to create a break. So you could get burned, because I used Rankos before. Rankos are good, but you got to make sure that when you enter, that the break itself closes, because if it doesn't close, it could develop a new break going down or up, depending on the direction. You know what I'm saying? So you have to wait. They always set a rule, like, when you trade in a Renko, like, they say you want to sell the top, right? So you got to wait for 2 breaks to close before you enter. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you guys ever tried breaks, Renkos. I call it breaks, but like it could be dangerous too. That's why I like price action, but that's why the guy has price action too. He needs price action to confirm the Rankos. Do that
So
make
when you say
sense?
price action, you mean higher highs and higher lows, or do you mean something very
No,
specific?
like just the regular candles. Regular candle shows more accurate when it's going to close no matter what. When it comes to a candlestick, everything goes by time, right? So for every 15 minutes, that candle itself will close, and and create that candle. With a Ranko, it doesn't the Renko itself doesn't close until so many points has been established. So you set up your Renko at, let's say, 15 points.
Mhm.
It could move a lot. 15 points is a lot. So it could move up, down, and that Renko will not be established until it exceeds that 15 point setting. Do it make sense? But on a
Oh,
regular yes, correct. So a regular candle, no matter what, is closing at 15 minutes or daily or 1 minute.
oh.
So,
So
do it
what
make
is the
sense?
ideal setting then? Yeah, what is the ideal setting for a Renko break then?
See that's the problem. There's no set points on Rankles. So you have to like really do a lot of testing. What is your style? Because like you go NASDAQ 100, right?
Mhm.
And then you could go to US 30 Dow Jones, or you go to the S&P 500, and every single index has so many points to move before it establishes a Renko. So basically, you got to make sure you find the right settings for Renko depending on the index you're trading. So every index could be different. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
yes, yes. Okay.
So
You got a question just for some additional clarity. In Dr. P's case, he'll wait for until he gets the white signal as well as the red signal. Then he'll wait for if it's a sell, he'll wait for a red candle to close inside of the envelope. So then it would be wise to drop down to the price action, the regular charts, regular candles, and wait till the red candle close below, I guess, whatever
The channel.
whatever, yeah, within the channel. Well, I guess in this case, whatever EMA you're using for confirmation.
yeah.
You
Would
see
that
right now,
be-
it's already closing below the channel right here. You see that? It's already started a downtrend or like a pullback here.
Yeah, but then you look at the Renko, you see how it's still green.
Yeah. So if you just wait for a candle, a green candle with a red arrow and a higher high on it, then you wait, you let that form, and then you should get a red candle, and that's where you jump in. Or you could wait for the red candle to close below into the channel, or take it in the channel. But for me, once I see this, we got half the puzzle right here. We've got a white arrow pointing down. That's A. I've got B. I'm waiting for a red arrow. I haven't got that yet. I don't know when it's gonna come. And then I'm gonna get a higher high. Just like up here, the same setup,
Yeah.
right? White, red, higher high. White, red. Well, this is a lower high because this is a continuation of the higher high. See,
Yeah.
higher high. See, higher high. White, red, higher high. Even though this came down here. White, red, higher high, and then the Renko, and then our buddies, the Dynapro, comes in with a sell signal right 2 days later. See this? White, red, higher high. White, red, higher high, and then sell signals. You see the sell signal is followed 2 candles or 3 candles after that. See that you see that, right? White, red, higher high, and then sell, and then this is a retracement. This is a lower high. So because this is a retracement coming back to this level here, price action, and this is another entry to go down. This is this retracement, but you can this is here too. See, right? White. This is probably a green arrow right here, I think, because the higher high is on it. If I take the higher high off, right, you'll see a green arrow. Well, maybe not, but this would have been an entry here because it's going back into the thing, going back into the So you could have taken a daily time frame. So you could have taken that sell, that buy right here.
So
This
that
is
micro move, Jay, how many pips would that be from that buy point to the end of the channel?
from here to here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
This
a
is
lot.
daily time frame.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a 540 pip move. That's a lot.
Yeah, that on a daily, yeah, that's crazy.
That's a lot. This 4 days. You don't
Yeah,
see
but
people trading, holding not for 4 days.
4 days, right? So if you're doing it on the 15 minutes, on say one of the green bricks, we would probably catch what, 20 to 30 pips or more than that. It's hard to tell, I know, but
40, 50. But my thing is everyone wants to scalp and no one wants to trade. You're looking at least 50, 60 pips. You could have got that
okay,
on here.
in 15 minutes, right?
50 minutes, right? 50-minute time
Okay.
frame scalping.
So is it ideal to look for something like this in a higher time frame setup and then go back to the lower time frame?
You could drop down to 15-minute time frame.
Okay.
And see what you got. See? So you could have what you could do is this. You could have this. So if I did daily time frame, the daily time frames here, right? And then you could do see with the beautiful thing about Pro Plus, you can have 4.
Mm.
You see,
Yeah.
you have 4. So I got a daily over here, I got a 4-hour over here, and then I can do a 15 over here, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 3. I can do 15. That's 3. Straight to 5. And come over here and do 15. And then just set up the same template, because you can say the template. I say the template as this. Yeah, that's a template I say. So I can bring the template over here. I can get rid of all these other indicators. But you can have a daily for 15 or 1 hour, however you're gonna do it. I just gotta set this up to make it look pretty. And then you can kind of go from there. But I'm on the line of, if you are doing this,
Mm-hmm.
then you can totally use a scalping method. Is just go down to a lower time frame and go from there, But I'm looking for big moves now, because I was looking for, how do I swing NAS? You can swing NAS now with no problem. So that's what I'm gonna be looking to do. But everyone's gonna have different ways of trading this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is the move.
Like yeah, correct. On a daily, right? Let's say you swing, right? You swing a couple days on the daily. On the bricks, you could be up 100 pips and then be up only 20 pips because the
Right.
brick, there's
Right.
a lot of, so you got to understand the fluctuation of the bricks on the real timeline. That's why you need the candlesticks too, to help you, guide through the bricks, because the bricks is big and there's a lot of pips. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
Yes.
you're gonna,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So you could be 100 pips, and then an hour later you only up 20 pips. It just happens like that.
Okay.
Well, when you want to trade NAS on a daily time frame, when you can manage it, you can manage once you get this setup, like here. When's this setup going to come? When are you going to get a green candle and a red arrow over here? That might not come till next week. This might still push up, but if it's still pushing up, then I'll let you know. You still in buys. So that's why I'm gonna come over here to the ADD and do that over here, because I know that you on a lower time frame. If this is not ready to drop, because I'm ready for this to drop, so I can take pips on 4 or 5 days. I'm writing it. But if that's not ready to go, then over here on the ADD with the small time frame, like Jeff was saying, I'm gonna catch pips anyway, because I've got the settings ready to go. And once 9:30 roll around, I know exactly what's gonna happen at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? Based on where the ADD opens up. So you're gonna win on both levels. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah, so you could have a position for long term.
Right,
and
right.
Then you could play the smaller time frame for scout. For scouts.
Exactly. That's
And
how
when
I'm
you're
gonna do it.
Okay, and when you're about to take a short position, say, do you almost always wait to make sure that your ADD is in the minus 1800s or minus thousands?
It depends on where it opens up. Like if it opens up somewhere down in the basement, then I'm gonna be looking for longs, unless there's some weird condition. If it's up above 1800, it's gonna be bullish. But you still got to use the price action, so it might open up. Like here, you see it opened up where? Well, where's it at? See, it's above 1800, but I'm looking for one that rejected See, there's some of these ones that rejected right at 1800 and it tanked. So like here, see, this one here opened up at 1800 and it tanked. This is June 28th. So if you come over here to June 28th, let me pull up 15, 30. If you come to June 28th, you'll see the price action. Well, this is using the Renko, right? So June 28th, what's June 28th? June 28th, it tanked, right? So you can clearly see that's up here, see? So let's look at this for a second. Let me just show you this. So if this is still forming, I'm gonna wait till this forms, but that doesn't mean I can't keep trading NAS. I can come over here and then use the Renko system from Dr. P and use the SEB. I'll call it the Dr. SEB P strategy. Then you can come over here and see. So look at this here. This is June, what day is it? This is June, right, 9:30, right? June 28th, 9:30, right? Get that there. So what happened on this day? It opened up green, right? And it tanked. Well, if I come over here to June 28th, what do I have here? 9:30. Look at this.
Big crash. Okay.
Big crash, right? So even though it opened up above 830, I mean above 1800, but it has to stay above 1800. See this over here? That stayed above 1800. You see how it? You see here? And you see how my cursor is moving over here to this area? So I mean, you look at this area here, where it's bullish, right?
Right.
Because it stayed above 1800. So if I
But
come over here,
and when you see the corresponding ADD there, it's not necessarily, it's going down slowly, isn't it? Or
here,
it's just consolidating there. Yeah.
well, remember the rule is long as it's above 1800, you stay bullish until
Doesn't matter
at
whether
the end of
it's
the
at a-
market.
okay.
No, as
Okay.
long as it's 1800, you stay bullish, even though it's coming down. Because this is just telling you it's getting ready to turn. But you're in the trade from 9:30. You're gonna hold a trade from 9:30 to 3:30 if you're on a 15-minute time frame.
No.
No, you know, right?
No.
Does anyone hold a trade from 9:30 to 10:30? I mean, 9:30 to 3:30 if you're on a 15-minute time frame.
No.
No, right? It doesn't make sense. If you're holding a
No.
trade, then you're not looking at this on a 15-minute time frame. You're looking at an hour time frame. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting a different picture of what's going on. You know what I mean? So if you're looking on a 15-minute time frame, a normal trader would only be looking to get 2 to 3 pips when they're getting out. You're on a 15-minute time frame to scalp. A scalp means that you are in and out. If you're doing this mode here, you're like, okay, well, I'm on a 30-minute time frame. I can look to see. But this meant this. Where was it at? With June 27th. What this meant for us, for retail traders, is that this thing is above 1800. So even though it's coming down, it's still bullish. So from what time is this? From 9:30, right? Let's see, 9:30. 9:30 is when the bell opened up, right? So it stayed bullish. How long? I mean, at least most of the day.
3
If I
hours.
come over here right, at 9:30, how long did it stay bullish for? This is 9:30 right here, right? This is 4:30. Let's see, 9:30 is going to be right. What day is that? June 28th. June 28th is right.
Right. 23rd. Okay.
Well, you see, this is coming from over here, though. You see?
Yeah.
23rd.
So you can see the ADDs already. The ADD was already coming up already, and it gapped up. You see? So this gap up is behind. It's after market hours. This is why this is still climbing. You see? So when this hit here, it gapped up. So that means there's a gap here that need to be filled, and it's filling it at overnight. At what time? It's filling after Asia. See, this is Asian and London. See?
Okay.
So 28th happened right here, right? That's what I'm saying. Tanked. So once it got here, it rolled all the way up here. It's called market correction, right? Had to correct. So then I got this higher high up here. And this is why I tanked. This is why this tanked here, come down, because it was already, it probably was mad overbought. See up here.
Yeah.
So when you get a if you're going to do 15-minute time frame, if you're going to use ADD and this, then you use this correlation with price action. So if you don't use anything else, you can use the Renko here, and you can see if I take the indicators off, right? Take this off. So all my pro algos are off, right?
Mhm.
And then you just got the regular Renko. What do you have? You've got these two arrows here, and this is a true reversal because you got that long stem there. You might have to change the bricks on this to get the arrows or whatever else, but I'm like, if I don't use any other pro concept one, I'm gonna use this. That right there told me it's a higher high. And then if you remember, if you go to the higher time frame, that's the rule. If you get a white arrow, a red arrow over a green candle, and you wait one more candle, it's gonna turn. I can spend the next 2 hours. So it's just, you can go any one you want. You pick a day, pick any, and then the same way for the buy too, right? I'm looking for sells, right? But the Renko only goes so far back. That's the problem. See, there's
Oh,
only so much data you can do. But but this is September 3rd, 2020. So red, white, green sell, right? Red, white, green sell. Red, white, green sell. Red, white, green sell. You see it all the time. Red, white, green sell. The sell comes, how long, what time does the sell come after? 1, 2, like the third candle? So it's a third candle over. Sometimes it's a second candle over, right? That's the third. Looks like it's a third candle over, right?
right. And is that a good thing, Jay? I mean, maybe it's absolutely confirming that it's a true sell,
Oh,
and then
this truly confirming it's a sell.
yeah.
So this is what it is. So if you said truly, this is truly, hold on a second. This is a true sell. This is at least on true sells, but then you have to do the buy the same way. A true sell is white, right? White, then a white arrow, then a red arrow, right? And the next candle, or next red candle, right? Next red candle, sell. And then the Donna Pro sell signal comes 2 or 3 candles after, right?
Mhm. And the candle closes above the channel, right? That has to be after the white arrow.
Right. But then if you really want to get into the crux of the nooks and crannies, then all you gotta do is wait for a candle to close inside the channel, and that's really confirmating if you want to do that,
Yeah.
But I won't need that because all I need to see is white, red, and green. White, red, and that's it. And then that candle, that red candle, that's the same one. This goes
But why
all the
would you
way.
say that, Jay? Why don't you want? So you're saying even if it's a low probability, it is still good enough? Is that why you're saying you can jump even if the candle?
I know.
You know,
I
okay.
have great confidence that because if I wait for a self signal, because once you have this here, you got a white, red, and you got another white up top of this. So, but if you really want to be sure of the 100 confirmation, then the same thing, white, green, and buy arrow. See that? So the same thing. The buy arrow comes 3, right? The red arrow came 3. So it's in the middle of the channel. So you could wait until a candle closes in the channel to take your trade. That's like saying that the candle closes above the 200. You see how it comes right there. It's confirmation right there. So this is the 50, right? That's a 50. So this candle closed. Here's the white, green, and this candle closed above the 50. So once this candle closed above the 50, you could enter right here. This is a safe entry right here because you got the white, green, a candle close above the 50, and you go, or you just be safe and wait till the candle close above but you're missing out. This is how I'm going to trade it. Now everyone has their own way to trade it, but I was looking for something to trade on the so let me break it down even more. So this is a sell, white arrow, red arrow, next candle, red candle, sell. Or let's see, come here, right? And or wait till, I would say BCR. That's break close retest. Break close retest 50. Because that's what it did. It broke broke, or this you can say break and close. Break and close, break, close 50 EMA. That's all you need. And then the buy the other way. The buy is what? The white, green, right? Buy
Right.
and up. So if you do that,
And
then you're straight.
okay. And say you miss that entry either because you're sleeping or you're just catching it in the middle of the
You can't
channel.
miss
Would you
entry. This is
re-enter?
daily. This is a daily time frame. You
Daily
can't miss
time.
a daily time frame. You can't. You got 24 hours. Unless you're a vampire, you gonna be sleeping on 24 hours.
No, no, but what, so that small arrow that's right there, would you re-enter during the middle of the channel when it has a small pullback, or would you say, nope, I've missed this, I'm just gonna wait for the next setup?
Well, you could. I mean, but me personally, if I miss this entry,
Mhm.
right, then
That's it.
okay, well, what's entry that I missed? You still got this here, so you theoretically could get in any of these moves here because
Correct.
you're waiting because you're bullish. Once this prints here, once this prints this area right here, once this area prints,
You're
then
bullish.
you're bullish. And remember, you're on daily time frame. Even if it's a small little area, this is a small little sale. But look at this, is how many days is this? 4 days of NAS.
Yes.
You can trade 4 days of NAS. You can
Yeah, so
enter
if you missed
halfway
it,
bullish.
yeah,
Miss this, you can come in the second one. Third
yeah.
one is this is a you can trade. Have you ever traded a day of NAS? That's a lot
Oh,
of pips.
never. Okay.
Right, but you can get this. What if this little candle right here? This little candle right here, that little bitty candle.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's 140 pips. This little candle right here.
Yeah.
Well, let me open it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Look, check this out. This is that's a lot of information you can be doing. Watch this. Let's see.
Hey Jay, I sent you 2 pictures on your DMs, so you can see the strategy.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I understand that. I get that. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
This is what he's talking about. I saw that. But you got squeeze. But that's a bowler band. That's the Bollinger Band, like a good signal, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. And here.
And that's the setup right there.
You just squeeze momentum. Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab this.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
I don't know what that
UCS.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see those highlights. So if you see those highlights on the chart, that's basically there's a squeeze going on. So now all you gotta do is wait for confirmation when it makes a turn. This is on the 1 minute chart. So you could trade the same expiration on options and still get 50% profit in a small move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have to play with this. But like I was saying, if you just take this little trade here, you're looking at a candle, a small candle now. So you're looking at this little trade right here. If you just took this here, that's 151 pips.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
Just
a
for that
lot.
one candle. So if you wake up and you miss this trade, you come in here, you
The
still
next day.
256 pips.
And the
you can pick it
next
up,
day,
right? You can pick it up anytime. It's a 4. If you drop to
and
the
just
4 hour
wait.
candles. What you can do is, here's another secret gem that many people know about. Everyone is up between 1 a.m. right, 5 p.m. right. Is it 1 a.m.? No, why was it 1? The 1. I'm sorry, my bad. Everyone is up at 9 a.m. right. If you're not, then you're a vampire. You're not human. You're a zombie. Or
Yes.
5 p.m. right. That's true,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
If someone tells me that they're not up at 3 hours, then you're not human. You shouldn't be on this call. You're a robot, right?
That's right.
right? So how many people are up at 9 a.m.? Somebody is, right? You
A
don't,
lot.
we don't have to speak all at one time. I'm saying this ain't rocket science, right? Somebody's up at 9, somebody's up at 5, and somebody's at 1. If you're not up in any of these times, then you're a robot,
Yeah.
right? Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yep.
So here's an 8-hour candle. So back to your question. I think it was I'm not sure who answered that question, but the question of if you missed a trade, you get up at 9 and check the candle. You get up at 5 and check the candle. Or you go before you go to bed at 1 o'clock, check the candle. If you're not up at 1 o'clock, you're up at 9 to 5. Everyone works. I won't say everyone. That's not a true statement. Most people are working 9 to 5 jobs, or 5 to 1, or 1 to 9.
Yes.
So you can find out where this is, right? And then you can find out, okay, well, oh, I missed my entry, right? So if I'm on a daily time frame, right? I can see where's my candle here, right? So if my entry is supposed to be, let's say I missed this candle here and I get in here someplace.
You still make money.
Let's go back to the one over here. So let's say I missed, where's the entry? Let's say I missed this entry, right? This is the setup here, right? Setup right there. I missed this. I come in here. So let's look at that on a 4-hour time frame. See, somebody got a chicken or something. So that's the same entry right here, right?
That's my chicken.
So you can still get an entry for a time frame. So if you're on a daily time frame, just make sure, because it's a daily time frame you're looking. So this goes here. When are we going to get this set up here? We don't know. We check it, right?
Yeah. But like Becca was saying, I mean, each candle is not the time frame, right? It's the number of pips, is it? Or
what do you mean?
Each brick in a candle would be 15 minutes or 30 minutes candle. But here it's not necessarily the time.
Yeah, it's a daily time frame. So it doesn't deal with time frames. It's a daily time frame.
Okay.
But if you,
Yeah, so,
like I said, if you're scalping, then you want to go to a lower time frame to get in. But remember, we trying to make this. We can't make this difficult.
Yes.
It ain't. Don't make it difficult.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The more you make it difficult, that means you're going to be confused, and then you're going to get in trades that go the other way, or not go the way you wanted to go. So for me, I'm just waiting for it's white arrow, and what do we have right here? Let me move this here. We have one that I had on here. This was the wait. See, I got to go to 115. See, this is not the right one. See, I'm over here. That's the truth. 120. Well, 112.5. See, this is brick areas here. So I got to change that. See. Now I have an ITR. So I need to be traditional. See, you got to make sure they have the settings correct. You see that? I wasn't even looking at what I was looking at. See, because I had the settings wrong. So the settings need to be correct. 112.5. So now, look at where we are right now. Let's take all these drawings off. Look at where we're right now. We're waiting for. We've got half this here, right? I got white arrow already, right? This white arrow ain't going. This white arrow ain't going nowhere. Does anyone understand what I mean by non-painting? Does anyone understand what that means when I say I have a non-painting indicator?
Yeah, that doesn't see.
Who can explain that?
It doesn't adjust to the movement of price. That's non-repainting.
So
I mean,
like it.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So basically, what you want indicator that doesn't repaint, because it's going to send you the signal whether it's right or wrong, and it will not adjust to price movement. So if the signal was sent at this time, it will not change later because of price.
Yes.
Do I make sense?
Yes. So that white signal has printed. So imagine it being painted. It's not going anywhere, right?
Correct.
When the market opens up tomorrow, this white signal is not going to disappear. It's there. So what do we need to see next? Well, the wonderful people at DynaPro says, hey, you know what? You got this pro concepts here. So the pro concept says higher high, or you can make your own higher high, whatever you want to do. So once I get a higher high print here, so this is what I'm looking for. I'm going to draw it right in here. I want to see an HH print, right? I want to see that. Once I get this, right? And once I get a red arrow going down,
You
where's the
taking
red
it.
arrow? Yeah, this is going to be a sell I'm gonna take. Once I see this here, that's the combination right there. White, red, HH. Game's over. And then you can have confirmation. Oh, well, I was kind of scared, Jay. Well, come in here and put your, because this is a 250, right? Once this breaks below the 200 and closes, it's game time. You'll see, and then you'll see the channel go down. The channel direction will change, right? Channel direction will change, right? And it doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4 days. Have you seen a 2-day move here? Here, right? But would you take this? Would you take this here? This is a setup, right? White arrow, but it's a lower high, so it's a continuation. See, when you go to lower high, that means it's a continuation of the downtrend because it came back up here to retest, came back down. See, but anything with a higher high, you're going to get at least 3 days, right?
If you look at the moving averages, you got the 50 and the 200. You're in the uptrend, so I will actually wait until I see the pullback, and then I will go long instead of shorting the market.
Yeah, because you can wait here. It broke here.
Correct.
Yeah, uptrend. Yeah, so you got to use those as support resistance.
Yeah. So if you want to be more safe, go by the is it downtrend or is it uptrend? Oh, right now we're in a downtrend, so I'm only looking to short the market. This to be more safe. Like right now, you see that the market pull back all the way to the 200-day moving average. We're still in a downtrend. I mean, it hasn't changed.
Yeah, this is still a downtrend here if you think about it. If I draw a line here, I'll say, what is the overall sentiment of NAS? It's a downtrend.
Yeah.
So there's right there. So you can use this as your confirmation. If it breaks this, then it's going to continue to go up. But you see that it's got some FVGs up here. That's what I was saying earlier. So you can use all these indicators and help you. So 13,839 is the top. So it could push here, and then that's some more buys. I would jump in for a buy here, and then take it all the way up. That's another 400 pips. You can't be mad at that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Jay? So I know you're looking at you're looking at NASDAQ, but if you were to apply the same traditional with 112.5 on any ticker like Amazon, my chart is just hanging up. It says no data to show.
Yeah, correct. That's the Renkos. That's the Renkos. You have to adjust to every ticker that you take. So you could do Amazon. You got to adjust your Renkos. If you do Apple, you got to adjust your Renkos.
How
it's
do
just
we
how
know
it is.
what the?
It only
Okay.
goes back so far. So this is why you have to test these out. See.
Okay. So
the settings won't work on the other ones because you have to change the brick settings.
Correct.
So how do we know what setting for what ticker?
You got to play with it.
Correct. That's the problem. That's a lot of work. That's why I don't use the Renkos. So like if you're gonna use the Renkos, it's basically to use it in like one asset. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna be like the guy who told us about this. But like, you know what? I'm just gonna trade the US 30 Dow Jones, and my Renko settings is 50, right? That's what he said at the 15-minute. He will never change that. That's it. There's no more, because if it goes to Apple, it's gonna get all messed up.
Now,
That's
see
the
what
only
I did?
problem.
I changed this to ATR. See how you got to play with it? Now you said Amazon. See, this is where you have to change this. This is where the research comes in.
Okay.
You gotta play with it. See, now you got this
6.5.
You gotta change. You gotta play with it.
So just make sure that it's looking ideal. I mean, looking in sync with the chart. Is that what you're trying to?
So like if you look at it, right, Amazon, like you have two bricks. Like there's two bricks right there. Like that represents the whole entire history of Amazon. Like he just changed it again. Now every break represent probably like $10 moves, $20 moves. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and that's the problem. It's like, how do you want the break size to be? You want a dollar move? Do you want a break size of 50-cent move? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it works.
Okay.
It all depends on the how much price do you want. You know what? I want the break to establish at 25-cent moves. You could do that, you know. It all depends how you want to do it.
See how it's looking when I move it up?
But when
This
you
is
play with
random numbers.
yeah, so but when you play with options, right? I don't know if you play with options. Now you're talking about it's way more different because with options, it's time decay. So like, yeah, let's say you do a break of 50 cents. That's a lot of movement for a price for options. You know, you don't want to wait for the break to like go against you, and the break is still trying to establish his closing point, and your option just decayed a lot by like 20-30%.
Yeah.
And the break haven't closed yet. That's why Renko's is better for like Forex pips, because you're not really worried about time decay, the Greeks with options.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So like if you're gonna use the Renko's, use it for like Jay does it. You know, you open an account with Hugo's Way and do pips, because he's not dealing with time decay.
No.
Like
straight up.
Yeah, straight up. So for him, this is a good strategy because you're dealing with pips. But with options, you're gonna get burned. You're gonna get destroyed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be more accurate with options.
Okay. So ideal for Forex and maybe even crypto and US 30, but not options.
Now, don't use Renko's with options unless you're doing Renko's at like maybe 5 cents a brick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you'd be like, you know what? Yeah, really, it has to be like really, really small. So like, you know, for every brick, be like, you know what? I want it to be 5 cents a brick. So, you know, my goal is to catch like a 30-cent move, a 50-cent move. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go for like a big brick size, like on a daily, right? That represents probably like $100 move for each brick. So that could destroy your option.
Okay.
You know? So you gotta be careful.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Like,
Before we dip.
I'll wait for this recording, Jay. This is very
Yeah, I'm
valuable.
gonna this is gonna be about a 3-hour recording, since it's gonna take some minutes to
render.
just, it's 3 hours, man.
Thanks, Jay.
That's
okay. But I got a lot of information here, man. It's good. We got a lot of information.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna test.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it out, Jay. I'll let you know.
Yeah, it looks decent, man. I mean, you know, I'm still gonna do the 930 thing with the Nas. I'm never gonna get that up, but this is just another flavor of the, you know, the sauce that one could use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So that's what it is, man. You know.
Thank you, Jay. I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
will
do
go over the video.
Yeah, I was gonna do a Zoom later, but this is it.
Yeah.
The EMAs
Thank you,
there
Jay.
are
Thank you, everybody.
50 is the yellow and the white is what EMA, Jay?
15-200, and get this
15-200,
indicator here. This is the indicator you want to get.
Yeah, you told, I saw that. But you were also using the 9 and 9, right? 9 EMA, 9 SMA. So
I was using that on the challenge, but I might trade. He's using 777, so I might play around with the stuff.
Wait, don't close that. I was gonna snapshot with indicator.
See, he's 9 and 9, but he's using an EMA of 9 and an SMA of 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta play with these because everyone's EMA is gonna be different. Like
Okay.
7 and 77, he's using that. So there's no set
Rules.
See,
per se.
there's no set indicator. I mean EMA value. You just gotta play with them.
So I just want to say something, right? The reason he used the EMA real low, like a 9, is because he waits for the Renko to go underneath or above the EMA to enter. Do it make sense?
Yes. Okay.
So
That's a signal right there.
you have to play with your there's no set value for EMAs. You know, 2200, 20, 50, 100, 800. You got to play with them to make sure what they fit in your trading plan. Because everything we're doing might not work for
I don't need to do that.
you.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I do.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
it. That's all I can do. I can't stress about that. Well, just don't cry when you come in.
So that's it. So hopefully that works for everybody. And
Yep.
like I said, I'm gonna give me something to eat, man.
Thanks, Jay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, I will.
Jay, I want to ask a question. You trade good.
I'll post the recording later after I render it. Yeah, I'll post it in the chat and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll post in the chat. Let me render it and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace, love.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.